hit by a bear in the neighborhood. Call Joe Murray.
I happen to trust Joe Murray.
First time I ever met Joe Murray was at a Hooters.
Welcome in 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. We got ourselves a full show. Let's just call it that. We'll take you up until 9:30 with the Bruins are back in action tonight. Finish up their road trip in Seattle against the Kraken. But we'll have you first full show of the year. We'll have our inner outs. We'll have our musings. We have Doug Kyed from the Herald joining us tonight. John Serenides from New England Football Journal. So we got you covered for all the NFL news, all the Patriots and Chargers matchups for this week. We will discuss the Celtics. We'll get into a little bit of Bruins as well and everything else that is going on in the sports world. Of course, the phone number here is 617-779-0985. You can join us on YouTube as well. I'm about to pop in there with our friends, but you just go to youtube.com. You search 98.5 The Sports Hub. And boom, you can watch the show live. You'll see me. You'll hear from some of the other guys. We already have our friends in chat to start the show. And let's get to the opening take, which is presented by our good friends over at Super Service Today. I was there today, everybody. And Super Service Today is great. Winter's here, everyone. Don't get caught in the cold. Super Service Today delivers New England's most complete heating system, health, and safety check. Catching problems before they catch you. Stay safe, stay warm. Book now at superservicetoday.com. I saw Tim and the team over there today. He's got a great location. I'm telling you right now, you want to trust somebody? I trust those guys. They're smart. They're very, very smart. So if you need some help with anything that's going on, especially your heating system and health safety check, get that done. Go call Tim over at Super Service Today. All right, opening take. Let's do some tiers when it comes to the Patriots quarterbacks that they've played this year. The defense, who have they faced? And I wanted to just put Justin Herbert into that tier for the season. Now, I was thinking about it. On the surface level, I'm fine with saying that the Patriots' schedule was easy. It's okay that it was easy. It got them to this point to be the number one seed and host a home game. So it's fine. It's easy. It's good. Hey, they won some games that they had to do. You know, they lost a couple of games that they should have won. It's just okay to say it. Let it go. Just let it go. But I did want to rank just some of the tier quarterbacks that they played this year, and I would say the best quarterback that the Patriots defense faced this year, it had to be Lamar Jackson, right? Or is it Josh Allen? Whatever one you look at it, Lamar Jackson left the game. Couldn't continue on, and they beat their backup, which you should do, especially on the road, something that happened. Overall, the best quarterback was Josh Allen because he was the MVP. Now, they lost to him once, but for the most part, they took care of business in the first meeting and in the first half against the Patriots this year. But let's look at the quarterbacks that they played. I mean, the Patriots lost to Geno Smith in Vegas. That was bad. They beat Tua. They lost to Aaron Rodgers. So one playoff. There we go. Aaron Rodgers, playoff QB they lost to. They beat a playoff QB in Carolina. They beat a playoff QB in Buffalo. Now they beat Spencer Rattler, who, if you want to look at it, became a backup and was replaced. Cam Ward was the number one pick. Dylan Gabriel didn't end up starting the year. Now, Michael Penix at least was a first-round pick. I'm going to put him on the list. They ended up surviving and winning that game. I think Baker Mayfield, right? Good quarterback. The Jets, bad. How about Joe Burrow? Granted, it was his first game. Jackson Dart, no. And then they finished off the year against, it doesn't matter, right? The two quarterbacks from the Jets and Miami. But I wanted to bring that into the equation here. They beat backups in Miami, New York, Cleveland, New Orleans. I mean, those four wins right there, I know it's easy to say, oh, they beat backups or they beat, they had an easy schedule and beat backup quarterbacks, but Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Michael Penix, Baker Mayfield, Joe Burrow. Those are good quarterbacks. Now they lost to the Aaron Rodgers, of course, But where does Justin Herbert land on those tiers? And to me, Lamar, Josh Allen, I mean, they beat Joe Burrow. I guess I'll put him in there. It counts, right? Even though it was the situation. They beat Baker Mayfield. So of that list, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow on that list, Baker Mayfield. Where does Justin Herbert rank of quarterbacks that the Patriots could face this year? And I think I have him 3. I think Justin Herbert will be the 3rd toughest quarterback that the Patriots defense will see this year. And again, they beat Lamar Jackson. They beat Josh Allen. They beat Joe Burrow. They beat Baker Mayfield, but they lost to Aaron Rodgers. They beat Michael Penix, etc. Can they beat Justin Herbert on Sunday at home in a playoff game with a team off of rest that wanted the Patriots? And if we were doing tiers, I would put Herbert as the third guy on the tier. So I think that the Patriots defense needs to respect that. I'm going to say this all week long. I think the Patriots should win the game because they're at home and they're going up against one of the worst offensive lines in football, and Justin Herbert's not healthy. Those are the reasons why I think the Patriots do win this week. But if by chance the Patriots have that hiccup and lose, it's because Justin Herbert has been haunted in the playoffs. Justin Herbert's had 4 interception games, is literally choked in the playoffs. He's better than that. And his coach, Jim Harbaugh, is better than that. He just is. That's the only way the Patriots lose this week, if Herbert plays to his potential and beats a team that doesn't have much of a pass rush. But if we're doing Joey's tiers, I think Justin Herbert will be the 3rd best quarterback that they'll face this year, which will be a challenge for that defense. How will the Patriots adjust to going against that poor offensive line? I got some numbers on Herbert and the line that I wanted to break down for you coming up here on the other side. The phone number, once again, 617-779-0985. We got Skaz here. I see Street Team Joe. Street Team Joe brought the goods tonight with some Blue Square pizza. Thank you, sir. Jake's back there in the peanut gallery as well. We'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The.
They've been getting wholesale deals for years.
It's Joe Murray on the Sports Home.
I said that the Patriots beat Joe Burrow this year. And unfortunately, it was Joe Flacco. I said it was Joe Burrow. My tears now have to change. But this is what I think you guys will appreciate. Mr. Smith, they faced Flacco, not Burrow. Ripper, they did not play Burrow this year. And Lamar, they only played a half. Great start to your show, though. Hey, Joe, great show. However, Joe Burrow did not play against the Patriots this year. Joe, I hate to be that guy so early into your show, but respectfully, the Pats never beat Joe Burrow this year. They played Flacco. Hey, Joe, love ya. They didn't beat Joe Burrow this year. Hey, Joe, it was Joe Flacco. It wasn't Burrow. Hey, Joe, they didn't beat Joe Burrow this year. Joe, it wasn't Burrow. It was Flacco. The phone lines lit up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So now let's do the whole segment over again. How about that? Skaz, do it with me right now. Let's go. Let's play the tears. I want Skaz's tears. Of all the Patriots this year, what was the best quarterback they played, sir?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Okay, great. Who would be number 2?
Josh Allen the second time.
Well, that doesn't count. It's Lamar. I know they only played Lamar for a half, but it was Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar for sure. Baker was good this year. Not so much the second half of the season, but he had a really strong start to the season.
And who else was good? And they beat a lot of backups. Like, if I'm being critical of the Patriots, they beat a lot of backup quarterbacks this year.
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, and they lost to him. So I'll put Rodgers 4. Okay, let's just stop there. Okay? Where does Justin Herbert rank amongst those quarterbacks that the Patriots defense has played against this year?
He would be third ahead of Rodgers.
Thank you. So I know I said Joe Burrow. It's Joe Flacco. But no matter...
Joe. Just Joe.
Yeah, no matter what, though, Herbert's third if it's Joe Flacco, Joe Murray, Joe Burrow, Joe Montana. Well, yeah. Joe Montana today. But does that concern you this week, guys? Do you look at it as they're playing their third toughest quarterback this year? Will be in a playoff game at home on the road, going West Coast to East Coast, with a bad offensive line and a hurt hand. Does that concern you?
On paper, the way you lay it out, it shouldn't overly concern you as a Patriots fan. Like you said, Herbert's banged up. They have historically one of the worst offensive lines to ever appear in the playoffs, like all-time bad. So to me, a lot of this has become Drake May and Justin Herbert. To me, this is kind of a Mike Vrabel week. To me, this is a massive, massive week for Mike Vrabel and the Patriots defense, because I think that's one part of the team where it's still a little unclear just how good the Patriots defense is. At least to me, I think they've shown signs this season of being good, but what do they look like with Milton Williams and Robert Spillane hopefully back? Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see how they attack this poor offensive line. I'm very interested to see how Vrabel goes after Herbert, and I think it's a very good spot for the Patriots, but there are some things, Joe, that make me a little bit nervous, including a little betting angle that you sent to our Slack channel earlier today about NFL wildcard small underdogs.
Well, you can share it if you'd like, but I saw a little nugget today that really piqued my interest.
This one scared me a little bit, Joe. If you're a Patriots fan, I think this is a somewhat scary statistic.
So, yeah, you want to give it out?
Sure, Joe. NFL wildcard small underdog. So a spread of 3.5 or less. Since 2017, they are 14-4 against the spread, an average cover margin of 8 points per game. So that is that puts the Chargers in a good spot for this one.
The reason why I kind of like I think the Patriots should win. They're at home against a team that doesn't have their two best tackles, and they have to go West Coast to East Coast with a hurt quarterback. They should win. If we just left it at that, they should win. Where it changes is Jim Harbaugh, Herbert, they go tighter with tight ends. They try to beat them that way with two wide receivers, and they attack the Patriots in the middle of the field, and they run the football well. But Herbert, like they did last year, roasts them. And underdogs, as you know, 18 games. They've won 14 of them. by an average of 8 points per game. It's a 10-point swing, or 11 in some cases. So that's all around. You can look at the other spreads too that have those numbers, but the conversation about the Chargers will be their offensive line, just flat out. And I saw a couple of notes regarding their line this week. Pro Football Focus, if the Chargers win the wildcard game versus the Patriots, it will be the worst offensive line to ever win a playoff game since tracking started in 2006. The 2011 Giants currently hold the record for worst offensive line to win a game, and I believe they went on to win a championship. And I'm going to bring up Joe Burrow again. Remember his offensive line when he went to the Super Bowl? That wasn't good either. So the line stuff, it's happened, right? There's two teams I just gave you. Both went to the Super Bowl, right? 11 Giants in the 20 Bengals, whatever year they went to the Super Bowl. So that doesn't matter. Like I don't care about that stat, even though it's if you lose to them, it's really embarrassing. But I saw another stat today from The Athletic. Why has the offensive line been so bad this year for the Chargers? Well, you would say just off the bat, you lose Joe Alt and Slater. They're two of the better tackles in the league that signed long-term deals. But here's another reason why. The Chargers would rotate through 25 different five-man offensive line combinations over 17 games. Imagine that. 25 different five-man offensive line combinations over 17. Now, Street Team Joe, I don't know if you can help us out with this. I would really like to know, how many different line combinations did the Patriots have last year? I'm actually kind of curious about that, if you could look it up. Because we know what the offensive line was for the Patriots last year. There were so many changes, so many different. Didn't Cole Strange play center for a period of time? Like, there was so many different.
How could we forget Cole Strange at center?
Our buddy Chucks.
Brown, right? They brought in, was it Ben Brown late in the season?
Ben Brown came in at one point. Vidarian Lowe. Who else was over there, man? I forget the names. City So? Was he on that team?
Where's the tuba player at? What's he up to these days? That was a while ago.
I think we did look him up recently. I forget what he was doing these days. I can't. You know what's so funny? I can't even remember the offensive line. Oh, Layden Robinson.
That rings a bell.
He played a little bit, right? Remember David Andrews? Remember that guy? He played on the team last year. Who the hell were the other tackles that?
Through the first 7 weeks last season, they had 7 different offensive line combinations.
7 games, and then they probably had a bunch of other guys playing during
12 is the number we have found so far.
Through 7 games?
No, 12 for the year.
For the year. Well, this is 25.
That's quite a bit.
And we saw what happened last year. That's just the first of 129 quarterback hits Herbert would take on the year. Dude got hit 129 times.
That's some David Carr stats right there.
It's the second highest single season total going back to 2000.
Probably David Carr.
It probably was. Herbert broke his left hand in November. He did undergo surgery and played 7 days later. Despite the circumstances, would lead the Chargers back to the postseason anyway. 129 hits would mean 129 chances to stand back up. Wow. He has to be the most mentally tough dude of all time, says Khalil Mack. Oh, he's getting pity from the defense, huh?
That's when you know it's bad. When the defense is showing you pity, that's bad. We forgot about Michael Jordan last year.
Yes, Michael Jordan. No, there was a couple of other tackles that were real.
Nick Leverett.
What about who is it Tim Biakabatuka's kid? No, I'm trying to think. Who was it? There was somebody's kid that played tackle. Come on. They made a trade for him.
DeMontre Jacobs?
No, he was the one, a tackle. No, they traded for a Wolverine, Michigan Wolverines kid. Why can't I remember his name now? Whatever, I've been screwing up names all day. I might as well keep going, right? Did I just drop a Tim Biakabatuka in there?
You did, Joe.
Wow.
You snuck that one in there.
No, it was definitely a Michigan running back that was good, and I can't remember his name. He played tight end. You know who they traded? Remember Pierre Woods? Not Pierre Woods.
Pierre Strong.
Pierre Strong. Who'd they trade him for? That's the guy I'm thinking of. But his dad played for me. I don't know why I'm losing my mind on this one. Yeah, they traded a pick for him, and it never worked out.
Tyrone Wheatley Jr.
Tyrone Wheatley! Ah! I knew it was either Tyrone Wheatley or Tim Biakabatuka. I couldn't remember which one.
That was August 23.
Yes. Oh, that was the year before. Once again, trade didn't work out, though, did it?
Joe versus the calendar.
Oh, man.
Joe, can I give you a little Chargers angle that may have developed earlier today that I don't know if anyone's really touched on yet?
Please do.
But there's a man that is about as familiar with Jim Harbaugh as you could possibly be that doesn't have a job now after today. Is there anything? Yeah, you put out the call to him. He played the Patriots this year. You think John Harbaugh is going to help out his brother this week at all? Hey, he's got nothing to do.
Ooh. Because they played, right? Like, what'd you do to attack the Patriots, even with Snoops? See, this is why I think the Chargers, if they go big, meaning double tight, they have 3 tight ends. They have Gadsden, who's really a wideout.
He's good.
Conklin's their big, blocking. And then they have Will Dissly, who can catch the ball a little bit. That's what I would do, guys. I would go Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen, and Gadsden as that tight end, but really can. And you run the ball with Hampton and Vidal Sassoon or whatever his name is. I'm bad with names today, everybody. But that's what, and I think if they go big, the Patriots got to stop the run, which means that, I don't know, could they go man in that situation? See, I think that helps the Patriots personally if they went man. You'll love this before we hit the headlines, guys. Joe, it was Tyrone Wheatley Jr. Joe, it was Tyrone Wheatley Jr. Joe, not Tim Biakabatuka. It was Tyrone Wheatley. Good job on spelling Biakabatuka. Thank you. So that's 6 now.
A lot of people checking in on you, Joe, tonight.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate everybody checking in on me. I'm good. We're good. It's been a long day. Are you kidding me? Jason Garrett's really back in the head coaching conversation?
Oh man, I was hoping we could save that one for a little bit later, but yes, the Tennessee Titans
we'll save it.
Are interviewing Jason Garrett.
Let's save it.
Old the clapper. The clap is back, Joe.
Oh, he was a great clapper. Nobody better at clapping. He was a great clapper.
Oh, all time. Really top notch.
I got to think of some others, that are out there. Know what we do have to play later on tonight? We got to play that Snoop Dogg audio from last night.
Him and he was in the booth when Steve Kerr got ejected.
That was so good. I probably should have mentioned. I'm glad you mentioned it. John Harbaugh fired, or a mutual parting of ways. He's a good coach, man. I don't know where he ends up. He could sit out for a year. He could do TV. But that's a whopper. But I think we discussed this. In the end, if you're going to make a decision, who do you go with? The quarterback or the coach? And, dude, I remember the night that it happened. And I even remember saying it out loud. When he said Snoop Huntley can do just as many things as Lamar Jackson, I thought that was insulting. And I think it was a shot. Guys, right now I think everything's a shot. Tom Brady says Drake May is not the MVP. Shot. Right? The Chargers wanting to face the Patriots and resting all their guys, disrespect. I don't know if it's a new year and I'm just being petty or what. It's just, to me, I feel like everybody's being petty like me. But could John Harbaugh help out his brother this week against the Patriots? Wearing a Chargers hat on the sideline? And a jumpsuit?
You got to put the khakis on, right?
Yeah, just got to stay away from the kickers. That's the issue there. Is it Cameron Dicker? That's the...
It is Dicker the kicker, I believe.
Dicker the kicker, huh? Whenever he misses a field goal, I write Dickers. All right, we'll hit the headline. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
The Ravens and John Harbaugh have mutually decided to part ways. Multiple teams are interested in viewing Harbaugh. His brother, though, will be coaching against the Patriots this week. Some other NFL news. Matt Eberflus out in Dallas. Cliff Kingsbury out in Washington. And the Bruins in Seattle tonight against the Kraken. We'll have the pregame at 9:30, puck drop at 10 p.m. Headlines, they are brought to you by Boston Prolotherapy. Don't let joint pain keep you off the court, course, or trail. Eliminate that pain with Dr. Franke of Boston Prolotherapy. I'm Joe Murray, and I'm bad with names.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
Head to the stick seller at Sports Etc. in Arlington and shoot the latest sticks from Bauer, like the Proto 2, Pulse, Tracer, and Flylight. Or build your own custom Bauer stick using their exclusive stick customizer. Only at Sports Etc., Boston's best hockey shop. 1303 Mass Ave in Arlington or sportsetc.net.
The hometown football team is in the playoffs. So before you host your big watch party, think Drains by James. Why? Well, aren't you going to be serving the chips, dips, and everyone's going to be letting it rip? That's right. Clogged pipes, slow drain. Call Drains by James, Eastern Mass's leader in drain cleaning and pipelining. Fear not Uncle Chester's epic halftime bathroom sessions, because Drains by James is just a call away. Save money, save time, save the headache, and call Drains by James. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes.
Here's former Boston goaltender Tuukka Rask on treating his hair loss with Leonard Hair Transplant Associates.
I just wanted to get ahead of it, and I knew this would be the best way. Instead of waiting 5 or 10 years and having no hair left, and I'm 38 years old now, so I wasn't ready to lose it all. I had a flow back in the day. I had long locks. Maybe now, after the hair restoration with Dr. LaPresti, I can grow the flow back and show my personality that way.
Call 1-800-GET-HAIR for a free in-person or virtual consultation.
Hey, it's Zoe here, and New Year's here, right? It's time to complete that project that you want to do. I'm talking about interior painting. Because if it's springtime, you want to do exterior painting. And if you're going to do either or, you're going to call CertaPro Painters. They come to my house. They did it a couple of years ago, did the outside. Amazing work on my clapboard house. They did all the patchwork, the seams. They caulked everything. Spotless. Like anything that dripped, you couldn't even see it on the mulch or the grass. Phenomenal job. Each CertaPro Painter business is independently owned and operated. Schedule a free estimate. You got nothing to lose here at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Call CertaPro Painters today.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mirajoyed. That Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs. We beat online prices. We beat all local tire dealers. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
This is Michael Toe, owner of the senior pro pickleball team, the Boston Dragons. When I first heard Dr. Franke of Boston Prolotherapy talk about regenerative medicine, it grabbed my attention. I've seen so many people, and felt it myself, dealing with painful knees, shoulders, hips, and backs. Nobody wants surgery or the downtime that comes with it. As a senior pro pickleball player, I know how common these injuries are, especially for players over 50. That's why I turned to Boston Prolotherapy. Dr. Franke helps athletes and everyday people heal painful joints naturally with non-surgical treatments that work. So when it came time to find the title sponsor for the Boston Dragons, the choice was easy. Our entire pickleball community can benefit from Dr. Franke's expertise and commitment to keeping players healthy and active. If you want to heal your joints without surgery, do what we did and choose Boston Prolotherapy. Online at bostonprolotherapy.com or call 833-GO-PROLO. That's 833-GO-PROLO.
Sniffles and sneezes got you down? GoodRx is here to help with big savings on commonly prescribed cold and flu meds. GoodRx is free and easy to use. GoodRx is accepted at all major pharmacies like CVS, Walmart, and Walgreens. Just search your prescription, find a coupon, then show your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx is not insurance, but it works whether you have insurance or not. If you do, GoodRx may beat your copay price. Download the free app or visit goodrx.com to save today.
Are you 50 or older?
We got a full show tonight. I appreciate everybody for listening tonight and caring about my thoughts and my mental state. Joe, just wanted to let you know it's Joe Burrow. It was Joe Flacco, not Joe Burrow. And I'm looking at my text messages. Jake Seymour. Hey, Joe, first time, long time. Love the show, but the Patriots didn't play Joe Burrow. Street Team Joe. Hey, I just want to let you know it was Flacco, not Burrow. James Skaz. Hey, Joe, first time, long time. Just wanted to let you know it was Flacco, not Burrow. You know, guys, I appreciate you for caring about me back there.
Just wanted to make sure you knew, Joe. We weren't sure.
And I didn't look at my phone until just now.
No, the whole time.
So you guys for 40 minutes have been trying to have my back on this one.
Had your back.
Jim McGowan of the Sports Hub. Fun fact, I owned a Tim Biakabatuka jersey, which is the 7th Tim Biakabatuka Memphis now 8. I got to look up Tim Biakabatuka. Whatever happened to that guy? Is he still with us? I don't know. I don't know if we should look that up. Oh, I have more. Hey, Joe, Hooch. Joe, I almost texted you about Joe Burrow. I'm listening on my way home. Thanks, Hooch. Would you guys all get on a text chain together or something? Anyways. 617-779-0985. Oh, wow. Well,
Joe, would you like an update on Biakabatuka?
Please. Is he still with us?
He currently resides in North Carolina.
Oh, that's where Drake May's from.
And he owns 8 Bojangles restaurants.
Oh, my God!
In Georgia. And his nephew was recently acquired by the Anaheim Ducks in a trade. So
last
there you go.
No, last name Biakabatuka?
Tim's nephew, Jeremiah Biakabatuka.
Oh, my God.
Played in the queue and was traded to the Ducks in the 24-25 season. Need majority to get that jersey.
Oh, he should? So I've never been to a Bojangles.
I think you got to go now.
Street Team Joe's been to a Bojangles? Can you give me a quick?
He said fire.
Can you give me a top 5 on like what they have on the menu, please? I'd like to know. Pull the microphone up. What are you doing? You got like a job now. You're all serious and everything. Put your headphones on. Turn on your microphone. Plug it in. Make sure it's potted up. Pull the microphone down. Turn the pod on.
What's up, Joe?
Hi.
Bojangles is borderline top 5. It's right around 4 or 5 for me.
It's top 5?
Yes, I would like one in Massachusetts. I think you would be all in.
It's top 5 of any fast food?
Yes. Yes, and the sides they have are amazing. They have like everything on the menu. I think you would absolutely love it, Joe. Joe, what would you rank the pizza we had tonight at?
Oh. The Chicago thin crust is so good, but tonight it's the Detroit style. And what's the other one? The one you got for Skaz with no cheese.
Oh, the grandma pie.
Cheeseless pizza.
How'd you like it?
I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to get there. I'm a little nervous, It's cheeseless pizza.
Well, have you started the new year yet with a nice slice of pie?
No, I guess I haven't. So I got a Street Team Joe stepping up for the boys. I got to get in there.
I always think of Skaz.
I just looked at the breakfast menu for Bojangles. Did you know they have breakfast?
Yes, they have everything. Did you see how extensive their menu is, Joe?
Dude, you can get an egg and cheese biscuit combo for $5. That's cheap.
I like your breakfast sandwich personally the best. We're still working on our tandem breakfast sandwich.
Yeah. If you want to check out a video I did on TikTok, at Joey Murr, I did a review of Bagel World. And I made a lot of sounds. Let's go to the phones here. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Anthony's in the car. Anthony.
Hey, Joe. I called in way earlier in the season. I think it was after the Buffalo game or shortly after that. And we talked about how much credit Josh McDaniels deserves for the Patriots offense and their success. And now looking at the end of the season, I wonder if your opinion changed. At the time, you said he pretty much deserved, I said Josh McDaniels deserves his flowers. You said, yeah, maybe he deserves a rose. I don't know where your credit lies now. And also, I have watched your TikTok reviews of food. The comments you get are ridiculous, and I think you're
Aren't
a great
they?
food reviewer.
Thank you. No. Can we talk about this for a second?
Yeah, of course.
What better guy would you rather get an honest food take from than me? Right? And
Honestly, I saw you destroy a chicken parm sandwich.
Yes.
And I knew within 30 seconds whether or not that sandwich was good.
Yeah, did you see the steam coming off the chicken?
Yeah, I did. It was impressive.
And I even showed it, right? But yet
yeah, you did.
All people want to talk about is my chewing sounds and my breathing.
It was wild. But, just your opinions on that, Joe. You have yourself a great night.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Josh McDaniels deserves his flowers. He deserves his flowers. I just hung up on the other caller that called by accident. I don't know why. I'm having a night. What's going on over here? Is it the pizza? It's already thrown me off.
There's sticky fingers in there, Joe.
I know. What was the other thing that guy asked? Josh McDaniels, does he deserve his flowers? Yeah. No, I'm a known hater.
Joe, are you an EPA guy?
Yeah, sure, fine.
Josh McDaniels and Greg Roman are the two worst offensive coordinators in the league when it comes to expected, Do
you think Greg Roman's getting...
I think that guy stinks, too. And he was good with Lamar, but maybe that was more of a Lamar thing.
Surprised Todd Downing's still in the mix over there for now.
Joe, this is small B breaking news, but the Cardinals have requested to interview Patriots passing game coordinator Thomas Brown for their head coaching job.
Not surprised at all. I was actually talking to Dundero about this during postgame, but can they do anything with Kyler Murray there? His contract's huge. But, can somebody help him, or is it just you got to go in a different direction?
If you're a head coach, do you want to, be tied to Kyler Murray? I don't think so.
Well, Thomas Brown had Caleb Williams.
Caleb's so much better. He's so much bigger, better arm.
So we're agreeing with Cam Newton, system quarterback when it comes to Caleb Williams?
No, I think Caleb Williams is good.
Me too.
Yeah.
But Cam called him a system quarterback.
Well, that's, Cam.
Or no. What was it? Not system quarterback. It was play. What do you mean when you run the play?
Like a game manager.
Game manager. Sorry, game manager. Do you? I mean, I think maybe he had to be a game manager based on the calls. I
think the Bears beat the Packers on Saturday night.
Me too. And what are they? What's the spread on that one? 3.5 or under, right?
There you go.
I bet you if you bet that this weekend, you don't lose juice. You'd probably come up ahead or win some money. Thomas Brown, I think, came to the Patriots because with the thought of maybe him being the offensive coordinator. But it is Brown and Grant that gets a lot of the credit for Josh McDaniel's success. Anyways, now you got me looking at Bojangles, Joe. Where is there? Where are they? Where are they? Are they even here?
They're all down south.
I guess down south, Florida down south. I bet you Kendra's been to a Mr. Bojangles. How's the sauces?
They're good, but they're not. They're no Augusta sauces.
Oh my god,
we've discussed Augustas. Joe, I've been hyping up to my family. Ever since that day we went, I'm like, they're chicken bites. I'm not sure you can beat that.
Street Team Joe and I did an event at Augusta's, the grand opening in Tingsboro, and it changed your life.
It did.
I had a great experience, and when they even came a couple of weeks ago. Shout out to Joe and the fam.
And the heart attack sandwich was crazy. It was a lot to handle, but I'm in on everything they have going on.
So give me some more Bojangles. What else? What else we got there, Joe?
So they're famous for their biscuits, their sausage biscuits.
Yeah.
They got chicken, the chicken dinner. Then you got all the chicken sandwiches. Their sides, they got good treats too, Joe. But their mac and cheese is outstanding. They have Cajun fries, outstanding. Now, I know you're not a coleslaw guy, but I love coleslaw, outstanding.
Yep.
But they have cookies too, warm cookies.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have their sauces, Joe. I'll read them off to you. We got honey mustard. They're creamy buffalo. That's what I had. And then jalapeno ranch, and then the Bo special.
The Bo.
Yeah, you don't know Bo. That's a great thing.
What is it?
I don't know. It looks like some type of hot sauce.
Okay. Jake, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Can I put you on to something right now?
Please.
Gus's breakfast.
Oh, God.
Good stuff, Joe.
Are they have chicken sandwiches with waffles? Or is it a waffle?
Chicken sandwiches, waffles, the biscuits.
Oh, baby.
You got sausage in there, too. They do quite a good job.
And you're from Billerica, and you know.
I am. I drive past the original Augusta's location almost every day.
You know what? I think we should go there together, Jake, and do a TikTok video.
I think that'd be a good idea. I think they would appreciate it.
And then they're going to say crazy things to you. They say crazy things to me. They check me for breathing while eating.
They check you for breathing?
Mr. Bojangles. I don't think we have an Augusta song. Maybe we'll make up our own. All right, well, there it is from Joe and Jake. We got to go to break. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Hey, it's Hardy. If your attic insulation's outdated, call Revise, a Mass Save partner. They'll do a no-cost home energy assessment, and you could save 75 to 100% on insulation and air sealing. Don't wait. Visit callrevise.com or call
We're off and running tonight, everybody. Of the quarterbacks the Patriots defense has faced this year, you just have me saying Joe Burrow every single time, and you just and just, say Flacco instead. I messed up. And you know what? To the Bengals' non-credit, they should have played him against the Patriots. So I guess even though I was wrong, they were wrong too. They should have played him. By the way, a man checking in named John. Joe, I'm going to get Bojangles one more time in your honor. And if I hadn't lost my voice, I'm going to call in from the Bojangles in Virginia. The Cajun filet biscuit's perfect. The mac and cheese is also amazing. Country ham biscuit. The hell's that? And they have a new chicken bite Chick-fil-A shame. Oh, whatever that meant. Ooh, they got an iced tea flavor. And all right. So one thing I wanted to just bring up is there's a little note on Alex Bregman today. And it was Buster Olney that had it earlier today, but looking like the Red Sox have the best offer right now, or the most aggressive offer for Alex Bregman. Quote, the Boston Red Sox want Bregman and have signaled a willingness to pay him big money, perhaps something in the range of what the Tigers offered last spring. 6-year, $171 million. So I don't think that's what he's going to get. I think that's way too much money. Now, it's not my money. I don't care, but I would like the player. But you wouldn't give Pete Alonso $150, but you'll give Alex Bregman $171. I'm sniffing this one out. Get the sniffer out. This is Scott Boras knowing he can't get more money, and he's floating out big dollars out there that the Red Sox are going to offer this, trying to see if there's some sort of mystery team or have Arizona or somebody else move the needle. But it's getting close to pit. We're a month away from pitchers and catchers. And Alex Bregman's still not signed, and Bo Bichette's still not signed. But every day, national people are bringing up that the Red Sox are aggressive for Bregman. They want him. But I just think right now Boras is trying to just stir the pot to see if they can get some more money for his player in Alex Bregman. So we'll continue the Bregman watch. It's becoming boring, though. That's why I did it for 2 minutes at the end of the hour. All right, let's hit the headline here. We'll get you caught up. Some big news in the NFL. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Some guy just tweeted at me, listening to you while eating runza. I've never heard of runza either, but now it's a chili cinnamon roll. Oh, my God. He's got some sort of sandwich in front. I'm just going to tweet it out. What is runza, everybody? I don't know. Anyways, let's keep the show going. Our MVP voters swaying towards Drake May for MVP instead of Matthew Stafford. That was one of the stories I saw today from I believe it was Jeff Howe, who may have had this earlier in the day, but, I do think that a lot of people want Matt Stafford to win the MVP award this year. And, I was having a conversation earlier today with old friend Adam Kaufman today. And he asked me the question, if Drake May was on the Rams, what would their record be? And if Matt Stafford was on the Patriots this year, what would their record be? And to me, I think that if Drake May was on the Rams, he'd still be just as good. Now, I know Matt Stafford's a future Hall of Famer, Pro Bowler, you name it. I just don't think he would be as good on the Patriots because the Patriots have turned into what Drake May has made them. Like, Matt Stafford's played on some really bad teams in his career, and he always put up big numbers, but it didn't always lead to wins. And, I saw some other stats today, like Drake May led the NFL with 76 first downs or touchdowns when under pressure this year. He was the only player with at least 60. There's all these comparisons. For, why should you choose this guy or the other guy, blah, blah, blah. And the conversation's becoming a little, just now, it seems like at times, thank you, Street Team Joe. It seems like the conversation now turns into like disrespect for one of the guys. And it's just driving me crazy. But when I opened the show with today was when it comes to tiers in with the Patriots, the quarterbacks the Patriots defense has played this year, where would Justin Herbert rank? And I look back at it, and what percentage of snaps did each NFL defense get to face either a backup QB or one of the worst QBs in the NFL? The Patriots had a ridiculous 61% of total snaps that came from backup or bad quarterbacks. They only faced what people would call 3 bona fide QBs all year. And to your point, Skaz, Josh Allen once, Josh Allen twice, Lamar Jackson 3. And Lamar played 12 plays against the Patriots. Otherwise, Dart was coming off a concussion on Monday Night Football. Baker was in the midst of a second-half slump. The rest were halfway decent to backup quarterbacks. So if you look at the league, Minnesota played the toughest quarterback schedule in the league. Carolina, playoff team. Philly, playoff team. Chargers faced 30% of backups or bad QBs. This is probably where you bring up the EPAs, guys. Patriots EPA snaps versus low tier end quarterbacks, 61%, absolutely worst in the league. Jacksonville was second. We're going to be consistent.
And what was that number?
58%.
So close.
Chicago third, playoff team, 50%. Ooh, I don't know what LA team this is. Oh, that's the Rams, 48%. Denver, 47%. Buffalo, playoff team, 46%. The Patriots number is huge. 61% of the quarterbacks they played this year were garbage. Then you got Justin Herbert coming in this week with the bad offensive line and the broken hand, etc. Just found that wildly fascinating that now the truths of the Patriots schedule, now you're picking holes at Drake May's season. Just getting back to the Stafford versus May thing for a second. Do you know how many yards Matt Stafford rushed for this year? Take a guess.
Is it positive?
Yes.
12 yards. Street Team Joe says 2.
It's 1. He rushed for 1 yard in 18 games. 1! But Drake May rushed for 450. Remember there was a time where they couldn't run the football, the Patriots? But you know who could? I almost said Joe Burrow. Nope, Drake May.
Just while we're on this, I put this in Slack earlier today, but number of games leading their team in rushing this season, 2025 for quarterbacks. Drake May led the Patriots in rushing twice all season.
Wow.
So
considering how bad at times they were?
I would have guessed more.
Oh, no, last year it had to be. I think last year he might have led the team in rushing.
That sounds right.
Way more than he did than anybody else.
So a couple guys in the playoffs have done it one time. Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, Stroud, and then, Baker, Browning. Those guys did it one time. Drake May, Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, Trevor Lawrence did it twice. 3 times, Shadur, Fields, and Hurts. 4 times this season, Mahomes led the Chiefs in rushing.
Ooh, that's why. That's not good for them.
7 times this season, Justin Herbert led the Chargers in rushing.
I was just about to ask you that.
7 times, far and away the most in the league.
Well, Hampton was injured for most of the part of it.
And Vidal, they didn't really lean on right away. But still, to have your quarterback... And I know Justin Herbert gets a lot of blame. He blew the 30-point lead to the Jaguars in the playoffs. He's constantly propped up by the media. But when I look at his offensive line and him leading his team in rushing in 2025, he dragged this Chargers team into the playoffs.
That's why I'm afraid. It's the only concern I have is the coach and the quarterback. I know their line stinks. I'm not worried about Khalil Mack, are you? I'm not.
Not at this age.
I mean, he's still productive.
Yeah, he's still a solid
he's
player.
He's like Kyle Van Noy. He's just going to live forever.
Like Derwin James is a guy.
Derwin James is a good player.
He's a hell of a player.
Yeah. But they are top 10 in rushing. Defense, excuse me. The Chargers are. That's something I haven't thought of yet, guys, is that Justin... And, dude, what's funny about Justin Herbert, when he was coming out from the Ducks that last year, they played Utah in the championship game. He had, I want to say he had 3 or 4 rushing touchdowns. That's how they beat Utah. And I thought, oh, man, is Justin Herbert like more of a runner than he is a passer? It wasn't that when in the NFL. It hasn't been that yet. But this year, wow. Didn't think about that. It's almost a credit to Harbaugh keeping that thing together, right? Trey Lance has been the backup. Former, second overall pick? Yeah, because... Yeah, facts. Thank you. I heard that.
He said Khalil Mack's 34.
Oh, Khalil Mack.
34.
All right. Let's go to the phones. We got Chris. He's in the car. He's in Dedham. What's up, Chris?
Hey, man. How are you?
What's up?
I'm calling to say I have eaten a Runza. You asked about Runzas earlier.
Yeah.
I'm from Boston. I moved to Nebraska. That's where Runza started. It is a hamburger wrapped in a bread thing with like cabbage and onions, and it's only just mid. It's not that good. You shouldn't take your time to get it.
Cabbage?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's some weird Midwest thing. I don't like them.
Well, I don't want to knock any restaurant, I mean, until I try it. But do they have like at least like good shakes or something?
No, they got good shakes. Their burgers are plus. Their burgers are very good, and their onion rings. Those are good, too.
Talk to me.
You should check those things out. You come out to Omaha, you look me up. I'll take care of you.
Well, what's there to do in Nebraska?
All kinds of shit, man.
Dumb me up, man. You can't swear in the air, bro. Anybody from Dedham, West Roxbury, Rosendale, Hyde Park, they can't keep their mouth shut.
Now, you asked what there was to do in Nebraska, Joe. I think we kind of should have expected that one.
Have you ever been to Nebraska?
No.
Joe's traveled the world.
No Nebraska for Joe.
What the hell would you do in Nebraska?
I hope the College World Series is going on, and then if that's not going on, nothing.
I'd be eating corn.
Yeah, there you go. Go catch a Cornhuskers game.
I'd be watching Lawrence Phillips and can we even talk about him anymore?
Who's the guy?
Tommy Ira Crouch. Remember?
Denard? Who's the guy?
Alfonso Denard.
Yeah, he was a Nebraska guy, wasn't he?
Got into a fight
got in
at
some
some
trouble.
club.
His Letterman jacket
and then
down there.
punched a cop in the face, allegedly.
The last Patriot I can remember from Nebraska.
Yeah, then fell to the 7th. I think they drafted Christian Peter, but he got... I don't want to revisit that story, but yes. Nebraska. So the door is open in our studio because it's really hot in here, and I can hear you playing that in the background. But I'm like, what's Skaz doing back there?
Yeah, we were just there's a lot of stuff going on in that call. That's all.
Wrapped in a bread thing with like cabbage and onions, and it's only just mid. It's not that good. You shouldn't take your time to get it.
Cabbage?
Yeah, it's
a tip to Cedric Maxwell in there as well.
Well, I mean, I was cracking a Celsius.
Yeah, proud sponsor.
Proud sponsor of the show. Which, I don't know where our buddy Tommy is. But he's the guy who loads the fridge up at the station. And I haven't been here early enough lately to talk to anybody back there. But if Tom's listening, because everybody else seems to be, fill up the Celsius fridge in the Jock Lounge, will you? Thank you. All right. Hey, we're going to talk to Doug Kyed. He's been doing a lot. I saw his Pat's chat. He was with Michael Hurley. If you guys remember him, we've had him on the show. And I saw them talking some Pat's chat. We're going to talk some Patriots. We'll do all that coming up next. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
The following is a test of...
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub, I'm Joe Murray. Patriots and Chargers. It's going to be a long week waiting for this game. I'm already thinking about it. And I can't do the MVP thing right now. But you know who I would do it for? It's a one man. His name's Doug Kyed. Works for the Boston Herald. Why don't we get that out of the way, Doug? MVP, if you got to vote, who is it? And does it sound like now people are reaching so hard that it's become negative for either guy now to make a case for them?
Yeah, it's felt like that for a little bit now. My MVP would be Drake May, but it's close. I mean, anyone who thinks it's like obvious, I don't know. I guess you've got a different opinion than me. I don't think anyone should be up in arms if Matthew Stafford wins. I don't think anyone should be up in arms if Drake May wins, but seems like there's a lot of vitriol on both sides. Seems like the people are really angry at even the idea of anyone other than their guy winning MVP, and I just don't think it should be that way. I think it's a close race. It's counting stats versus advanced stats, and Matthew Stafford even has some of the advanced stats in his favor. So I would go May, but it's close.
All right, if you swap players on teams, you put Stafford on the Patriots and May on the Rams, do you think that Drake May would be just as successful?
Yeah, I do.
Me too. How about Stafford?
That I don't know. I mean, probably, I guess, but it's asking a lot out of him with the weapons that the Patriots have, and even I know the offensive lines, I guess, are pretty similar, but I don't know. I don't think Stafford has the season that he's had right now without Puka and Devontae Adams.
Agreed.
And I think, yeah, if Drake is suddenly working with Sean McVay and he's got Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, like, yeah, he probably has a pretty similar year, if not possibly even better.
All right. Well, Doug Kyed, what's this hat that you have on? Is this D-Generation X? What is that?
It's my buddy's record label. It's Triple B Records.
Well, Triple B Records, what's up? Are they pop, emo, punk pop as well?
They're like a hardcore label. Yeah.
Ooh, hardcore.
Yeah.
I like that hat.
Check it out, Triple B.
That's right. Listen, if they have that in a size 8 hat, I'd be interested in rocking that for the guys. All right, this is how I started the show tonight, Doug. If you were ranking the quarterbacks that the Patriots defense played this year, Josh Allen twice, I guess Lamar Jackson for 12 plays, Baker Mayfield, Aaron Rodgers, etc., where would Justin Herbert fit in or what tier would you put them in order of those quarterbacks?
It's a really good question. I think Allen would still be number one. But Herbert might be number 2 versus a banged up, not as effective Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
But it's pretty close, I guess, between Jackson and Herbert. I don't know. I mean, I'm still not sold on Herbert in the playoffs. Guy threw 4 interceptions last year against the Texans. And I don't even know if the Patriots are capable of intercepting 4 passes in a game. We haven't seen it so far this year. But I don't know. Herbert is a big name. He's a good quarterback. He's a good regular season quarterback. The film guys love him. Ranks pretty well, usually in advanced stats, but hasn't really made an impact so far in his NFL career. Is that fair to say?
I think that he has underachieved, but hasn't really had the coaching early on, right?
Right. That's played a factor.
Now he's got Harbaugh, who went in and they signed both big tackles, but they're hurt. They've had 25 different combinations at line this year. Hampton, they drafted high as well, but got hurt. Mm-hmm. And Skaz just looked it up, but do you know that Justin Herbert led his team in rushing 7 times this year? Wasn't that what Drake May was criticized for just a year ago?
Yeah. That's fascinating because, Herbert, obviously an athletic quarterback, but he had never come close to 500 yards rushing before this season. He had 498 this year. But no, he's definitely finally got the coaching. Harbaugh's a good coach. But even still, his season was about on par with the rest of the seasons he's had. And obviously you can blame the offensive line. You can blame the hand injury that he had. But I feel like he still just hasn't really fully put it all together yet.
Yeah, he's been a little underwhelming. See, this is what I'm concerned about this week. I think the Patriots being at home, having a home game, playing against a bad offensive line and a hurt Justin Herbert, they should win this game. Like, I think the Patriots have already had a successful season. It's already successful. But winning at home would be huge in the playoffs, especially against that team there. What concerns me is, could this be the coming out party for Herbert? Can he will his team to victory, which he's done all season long already? Like, and the biggest issue is, do the Patriots have the pass rush to find the weaknesses on their offensive line?
I think that if the Patriots get out to an early lead, they do. If they can just pin their ears back, go hog wild after those tackles, I think that they've got the guys to do it. I think if Landry's healthy, Caleb Von Chaselin's had over 50 pressures this year. Christian Barmore hasn't been that good against the run this season, but he can still get after the passer. Milton Williams looked pretty spry to me last week. So if the Patriots can get out to an early lead and make Justin Herbert throw the ball and make him depend on those tackles with the hand injury that he has, I think they can cause enough disruption. But if the Chargers have their full playbook in front of them and they've got a lead and they can rely on the run, then I think that that's when things get shaky for the Patriots. But, I mean, if Patriots have been a first-half offensive team most of this year, so they are the type of team that should be able to take an early lead. The bigger issue is that the defense can't be napping and sleeping during the first couple drives like they have been for most of the season, and what we saw last week against the Dolphins when they're letting Quinn Ewers look like Justin Herbert against them.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you regarding the matchup for the defense. Quentin Johnston's a big receiver who's finally getting going a bit. Keenan Allen came back, solid year. We saw what Ladd McConkey did a year ago. But Oronde Gadsden, I know he's listed as a tight end, but this dude plays outside a ton and plays that little slot, like tight end spot. But Disley can catch the ball. Conklin can at least block. Hampton's there is going to be their go-to guy, and Vidal's played a little bit. But, like, they have weapons. And when I say weapons, like, that's a pretty good receiving core for the Chargers, which could be difficult for the Patriots.
It definitely could. I think, whether it's Allen or Johnson, Gonzalez and Davis are pretty good matchups for those guys. Allen does play inside, so they might have to ask one of their bigger cornerbacks to kick inside a little bit, which would probably be Gonzalez. Marcus Jones, not the worst matchup against McConkey, but a little bit of a size mismatch there. McConkey's not like a 5'8" guy. But no, I worry about Gadsden because the Patriots really all year haven't been great against tight ends. And even if they get Landry back and Tonga back and Spillane back and they can stop the run and they can get after the passer a little bit better, there's still not really anyone on that defense who can cover an athletic tight end like Gadsden. So I don't think Oronde Gadsden Jr. is going to beat them on his own. But I think he could have a pretty solid game here, could be up around 80, 100 yards, touchdown or so, because we've seen Craig Woodson struggle in coverage. We've seen the linebackers struggle in coverage. None of those linebackers are the type of guys who can keep up with a 230, 240-pound tight end. And the Patriots really don't have like a fourth cornerback that you would trust in that matchup either.
It's true. And, maybe they'd use a safety in that regard if that is the case. We're talking with Doug Kyed. He's from the Boston Herald. I know that you guys wrote an article today. Looks like you guys had a big collab on what stood out to Jim Harbaugh in preparation for the Patriots. What did you take away from that?
That was actually my colleague, Greg Dudek, who wrote that one. But, so I was writing a mailbag while he was writing that.
What do you call it? The Mail Doug.
The Mail Doug, exactly. So I, unfortunately, am coming unprepared for what...
that's me. I should have done a better job knowing that it was Greg who wrote the article, not to make you uncomfortable about it. But
you know what? I did take away one thing from Harbaugh, because he did say, this is a team that plays like Mike Vrabel played.
Yes.
And he said, I saw this on Twitter earlier, tough, gritty, physical, smart, fast. That sort of feels like a guy who doesn't really want to give all the information away about what he actually saw from the team. That just feels like such a easy generic thing to say about a team. Like, oh yeah, they play like Vrabel did, but without actually giving all the information.
Yeah, and he just talked about how impressed he was with the throwing accuracy of Drake May outside the numbers. He thought deep, middle, his athleticism, toughness. He also made mention of playing in Foxborough. Do you buy anything into West Coast to East Coast, dome team to weather? I know the numbers will back up the home team in that spot, but the numbers will also back up that teams that are 3.5 underdogs or less are 14-4 in the last 18 games in the divisional in the wild card round.
I think there is something to the weather. I was looking at it today, and that night on Sunday night, it's supposed to be a pretty mild weather afternoon, but that night it's supposed to be around 25 degrees, up to 22 mile per hour wind gusts, real feel of 11 degrees. Obviously, this Chargers team is going to be pumped and amped to play in this game, but I think there's going to also be a little bit of a shock to their system of standing on that sideline and playing in the game when it feels like it's 11 degrees out there. And the Patriots are at least used to that now. I feel like they've played a lot of cold weather games in recent weeks. And Herbert, he's an Oregon guy. He's played in LA. Obviously, they do have some winter weather opponents like the Chiefs and the Broncos, but I think it does play a factor. I think that especially in January in Foxborough, it's just hard for those West Coast warm weather teams to really be at their best. And we saw it last week against the Dolphins. Like, that Dolphins defense wanted nothing to do with the Patriots or the weather or anything to do with that game.
All right, Doug, what did you think about the firing of John Harbaugh today?
You know what? It kind of felt like the Ravens were going to have to pick between Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh. And you really can't fully blame them for picking Lamar Jackson in this situation, just because it does feel like the Ravens have underachieved with Lamar Jackson. And it's tough because there's not a lot of great head coaching candidates out there for the Ravens to get. I'm really curious who they actually wind up landing, because with Lamar Jackson at quarterback, that has to be the most attractive job on the open market. But like, you had a guy that was very stable in John Harbaugh. You knew every year you would either be in the playoffs or close to it. He knew what he was doing, and it's a risk. It's a major risk, but I can't blame them for trying to work with Lamar Jackson, try to get someone else, bring in some new blood, someone that the players are going to listen to more, and bring someone else in.
Any thoughts on who could be in there? Could Todd Monken potentially get the gig?
I don't know, because I mean, it seemed like I wasn't like reading everything, but it seemed like someone tweeted that, and I might be totally wrong on this. Maybe I misread this. So this is certainly not me reporting it. I'm just repeating something I think I read. I think that someone tweeted that one of the decisions to fire Harbaugh came down to him wanting to keep Monken as offensive coordinator. Ooh. So if that's, once again, I don't remember where I saw it, but if that's the case, then I wouldn't assume there would be Monken. I don't know who it's going to be. Like, maybe they could convince a college coach to come in.
Just thinking like would Dan Lanning ever leave?
Right.
Just thinking of a guy. He was my guy last year.
Signetti? Would Signetti leave?
So I'm actually looking at some odds on Kelce right now.
Yeah.
Which is, again, not a betting.
Right.
They're more of a forum than they are a book. But Brian Flores, Jesse Minter, and Robert Saleh on that list.
See, that's like, I mean, I like Flores a lot. But I don't know, like,
he seems destined for Vegas, I feel like.
And I guess maybe they want a drill sergeant in there to make sure that Lamar Jackson's on his P's and Q's, and maybe Flores is the type of guy who could do that. Obviously, it didn't work out with him trying to do that with Tua Tagovailoa. But if they really want someone to get him to get a little bit tougher in there, maybe. I don't know if I love a defensive head coach going to the Ravens, though. I think I prefer an offensive guy. And who'd you say? Minter, Saleh, and Flores, all three of those guys are defensive head coaches.
Clint
so
Kubiak.
I don't know.
But they need a big name. What about Stefanski?
That's the thing. Like, I don't know.
What about Stefanski?
I wouldn't mind Stefanski there. I think that there were extenuating circumstances that caused things to not work out with the Browns. I mean, obviously, you can only put so much stock into Coach of the Year, but 2-time Coach of the Year, obviously he did some good things in Cleveland, and it would be how bad would that be for the Browns if Stefanski goes to the Ravens and suddenly like brings them to a Super Bowl or something?
Skaz brought this up, so it's got me thinking. With Jim Harbaugh coming into New England this week for a playoff game, Could John Harbaugh help him this week against the Patriots, a team that he's faced?
Yeah, certainly could. You would think so.
There you go. There's your next article. Run with it. There you go. You heard it on the Joe Murray Show at night.
I mean, yeah, the Ravens played the Patriots close. Maybe he's got some hints that he could give his brother. And, yeah, John Harbaugh's not doing anything anymore, so he's got all the time in the world to do that.
All right, Doug, serious questions now. Have you ever been to a Bojangles?
Yeah, I have.
Street Team Joe, who's here tonight, says it's top 5. Do you have an overall score on Bojangles, and what did you like?
Yeah, obviously got to go with the fried chicken there. I haven't been to Bojangles in a number of years. I think they've got like a spicy chicken, which is what I usually get when I go fried chicken. And it's good. Bojangles is good. I think there's one in the Atlanta airport. It's like a pretty solid 4.5 out of 5, I'd say. It's among the top tier fast food places.
Wow, did you hear that, Joe? He gave it a 4.5 out of 5. That's very good. I don't know if you've seen this, but there's a White Castle vending machine at Boston Logan Airport. I have heard that. Would you eat a burger out of a vending machine?
I mean, I'm assuming it's probably just one of the frozen White Castle burgers that's then like automatically heated up somehow. So yeah, desperation calls, absolutely. I've got a hot take about White Castle.
Yeah.
I actually think their frozen burgers are better than the ones that you can get in store.
Oh, I've gotten them off. Well, now they sell them in stores, but
yeah,
what is it, Gold Belly, that you can buy anything?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they could sponsor your segments here on 98.5. Where are they?
That'd be great.
It's Gold Belly. Let's get on that. All right, Doug, you going to be there Sunday night?
I will be there on Sunday. Yeah. Looking forward to it. Yeah, Sunday night matchup. I wasn't expecting Sunday night. I was expecting maybe Saturday night, Monday night, but prime time, biggest game of the week. Wild. It's amazing how far the Patriots have come.
14 wins, man. I'm still kind of shocked. I'm already looking at the schedule next year. You see how hard that thing is?
I mean, listen, no one I feel like I talk about that too much and no one wants to hear it, but like they have 3 easy games on the schedule next year. And that's Jets, and Raiders.
Jets, Raiders.
I mean, the Dolphins even, they finished 8-9 this season.
Yep.
They might have a better quarterback next year. Steelers, who knows what they look like next year, but it's a gauntlet. I was running the numbers. I think as of Friday night, they were playing 9 playoff teams next year, 7 teams with double-digit wins. And among those playoff teams, Lions, Chiefs aren't even included. So it's tough. It's really tough.
All right, Doug. Well, maybe I'll be there. We're trying to get the post-game show to the game.
Nice.
So if that happens, we'll be up in the booth. So maybe I'll
absolutely. Well, I'll see you there.
I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know where the tailgate's at beforehand too.
There we go.
All right, he's Doug Kyed, everybody. Boston Herald. Go check out his work. Doug, appreciate you, man, and good luck with that mail, Doug.
Absolutely. Thanks, Joe.
You got it, man. He's Doug Kyed. Covers the Patriots. Likes pop punk music, and his buddy Triple B's owns a record label. And he called Bojangles 4.5 out of 5. I believe that would be top 5 level, Joe. That's what it sounds like to me. All right, there's a new song for Drake May. And it's not Tommy from Lynn. We'll have that for you coming up after the headline. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Drake May. He'll play the Chargers this week, but there was a firing. Well, a mutual, you know what it is. Yeah, we mutually decided. It means you got fired. John Harbaugh out with the Ravens. It's a shocker. Multiple teams interested in interviewing Harbaugh. The Giants most interested. Matt Eberflus, he's out in Dallas. So yeah. Cliff Kingsbury, he's out too. Maybe they didn't like him. And the Bruins play in Seattle tonight. We like them. Seattle's been hot. Kraken's on fire. They won last night to play again tonight. All the coverage begins at 9:30 here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Headlines, they are brought to you by DN Van Lines. Take the chance out of your move and make the sure bet with DN Van Lines, an approved mover of the Department of Defense, dnvanlines.com. Joe Murray, Night Patrolman, Fall So Hard University. We'll talk to you after this.
More.
comes from Carolina, the big number 3. He threw so many dimes that put one on his jersey. In May, we believe. From 4-13, 14-3, kings of the AFC, we believe. Foxborough, see him sling that ball into the end zone. He's bad at hell in the NFL. Best damn thing since 2019. MVP of the whole damn league, we believe. In May, we believe. 14-3, kings of the AFC, we believe.
I love you, Drake May.
We love you, man. Go kill it out there.
Back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I got that sent from a lot of people to me. You heard it before, right, Skaz?
That was the first time I ever heard it, Joe.
No way, really?
Yes, first time I heard it.
Nobody sent that to you? Like you got?
I mean, you sent it to me.
Oh, okay. Well, everybody sent it to me.
Yeah, talented guys. Nice little song there.
I think Tommy's is better.
Of course.
No offense, guys. You have a nice music.
I'm very talented musicians there.
Yeah. It's 4-13, if you know what I mean. They're playing the Chargers this weekend.
He comes from Carolina, big number 3. He threw so many dimes that put one on his jersey. In May, we believe.
He got his greatness and his wife makes bakemas. Oh, by the way, did you see what she's doing now? Just going healthy.
Oh.
What's all that about?
You don't like that?
No.
From Bakemas to it's the new year, Joe.
Hey,
It's a time of resolution.
She did Bakemas every day, and then people were like, can you do it for us healthy people too? And now the healthy people, and she's going to run out of options. You watch.
Not enough healthy options.
It's not gonna go over like Bakemas.
Joe Murray, are you turning heel on Bakemas here?
No, I love Bakemas, but I'm out on Veggie Miss. Or Dry January, whatever the hell you want to call it. By the way, when did Dry January start? What is that? Why? Like, I get that if you have a gym right now, memberships must be soaring. Right? And then you're going to get everybody on retainer. They get that monthly bill. They're never going to show up again. And then you have to come in and sign some waiver to get out of it. Does that ever happen to you? It's happened to me.
Joe, would you like to guess from the Wikipedia page when the first official Dry January took place?
2015.
2008.
It's been that long.
By an Italian-American businessman, Frank Pasilico. I should know how to say this, but I don't. And then it gained fame when a woman named Emily Robertson gave up alcohol in January to train for a half marathon. And then in 2013 is when it really took off.
I'm out. People want the Drake, more of the Drake May song. Hey, 42. My lyrics are already wrong.
From 4-13, 14-3, kings of the AFC, we believe.
I guess it's not bad. It doesn't suck by any means.
No, certainly not.
So for the guys, whoever you are, the Banjo Bros.
The Billy Strings there, yeah.
The Billy Strings. The Bojangle Bros.
Yes.
Good job. It didn't suck. That's a compliment, right?
Of course.
Hey, guys, what'd you think of the show? It didn't suck.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Of course.
I feel like I need to feel like now we might have to come up with something.
You're a musically talented individual.
Yes, when I really want to be, I can be.
And we have the voice of the Sports Hub.
Jeremy's here.
He's here tonight as well.
I was talking to him.
The most musically talented person we have, I would say.
We were talking about the Patriots game this week, how he's working the game. Did you know there's a Bruins game that day too?
There is, yes.
There's a lot going on that day. Saturday there's Wemby and Bruins? Or is there something during the day? Oh, by the way, I heard the professional bull riding was great, Joe.
No, the PBR.
Yeah. I heard it was awesome. That'd be something I'd go to because I have no clue what I'm getting into. Like, I'd be, like, would it smell, though?
I'm all in on a sport where 14 seconds is considered a long time. I'm very much in on that.
Well, it's like UFC.
Yeah, if you can last out there for a while, you know?
What's Justin? Oh, it's Justin and Link got for us. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Joe, it's Justin. I just have a question for you. I read a report this morning that the Red Sox made an aggressive offer for Alex Bregman. Have you heard that report from any other outlet? I heard it from Buster Olney this morning on ESPN.
Well, do you believe it, bro? Because I just think it's Scott Boras trying to raise the price a little bit.
I don't. I heard the offer was $171 million, and you know, if it's too steep, nobody will sign him.
I think he's coming back, Justin.
Yeah, I think so too, Joe.
All right, bro. Well, happy New Year to you, buddy.
Happy New Year, bud.
Take care. Bregman. They give Bregman more than Alonso. I'm going to criticize that move. I am.
How would Alonso feel about that?
I think Bregman's worth more than we think he is. But once, was it 67 or whatever it was? I don't believe it. Oh, Cutter Crawford's back, though.
Yeah.
$2.65 million.
Oh.
For a back-end starter, it's not bad, actually.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
It's a Red Sox move for sure.
Do you know sometimes I always think he's a knuckleballer because his initials are KK? I don't know why. Like, I think knuckleball for some reason. But he doesn't throw in.
Who was the R.A. Dickey, maybe? I'm trying to think. It's been a while.
Well, Charlie Zink was in the minors.
The where?
The minors. Oh, that was bad. I did one earlier today. This guy was out in public, and I went, oh, boy. That was bad. I think it was, I was at a stop sign, and someone's like, hey, do you know where the whatever? And I'm like, you got to pull your car around here. And I went, oh, man. And bang a Yui is what I said. Bang a Yui. Head back on 128. Get off the next exit. Turn around, dude, and you'll be. And,
you always got to bang the Yui.
I dropped a bang a Yui on somebody. Brian is in Auburn. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Hey, question for you. You were talking about Bojangles before. You ever heard of Cookout?
I've heard of it. I've never been. You know who loves that? Sarone Battle has told me that is a phenomenal because he lives down south.
Unbelievable. You got to check out the menu. It's the biggest menu I've ever seen. It's right across the street from Bojangles down in Myrtle Beach. If you ever go down there, it's phenomenal. So check that out.
Okay.
Other point I want to bring up is I think we're forgetting that the Chargers' offensive line is like in the toilet. Like if we can get to the quarterback, we're going to blow them out. It's going to have to be quick passes, slants, things like that, because their offensive line is donezo. So that gives us an advantage. And then I also wanted to mention this experience is huge for this team because we have so many young players. So even if, we win 1 or 2 games, we still get that playoff experience. And I think that's just huge just for the future. What do you think?
Absolutely, man. I think it's very important for the team to win this game. Because I think there is a chance that they'll get another chance at home again to win a game. And I'm telling you, for this week alone, the Patriots should win this game. And this season's a success, but if they lose, this will be disappointing. All right, we got in or out, our first of 2026. We'll talk to John Serenides at 8:20 as well. We got musings at 8:50. We just got you guys till 9:30 tonight. I'm Joe Murray here on 98.5. want to get on this, Joe? All right, you're in. Night Show with Sean Silver.
The Silver Fox.
Skaz, you taught him everything he knows.
I don't know. Don't put that on, man.
Don't put that on me, Joey. No, you did. And I will tell you, and I'm not kissing his ass. Because I have a place in my heart for Sean Silver. For those that don't know, Sean is super talented, has a really good job, and likes to just do this. But he's a pro. He's been here for like 13 years now, whatever. But Street Team Joe was by himself on a Friday night.
We've officially made it, Joe.
And you have gone from Street Teamer, where you show up at promotional events, to working here with us, cutting video and doing other things. You're now working Celtics and Bruins games as an engineer, essentially. Okay, that's a little.
Yeah,
it's
a
strong.
little far.
It's strong.
Engineer in training.
Associate engineer.
Yeah, associate engineer.
And
I like that.
Now you are running your own board.
Thank you to Joe Murray and James Scaramazino and Jake Seymour.
Jake, too. Shout out
Jake's been a huge help.
I will thank our friends over at TD Garden. I tried as a Christmas gift to get us all tickets to the Celtics game, which they've said yes. And unfortunately, they actually invited us to the Wemby game this week. But unfortunately, Jake's working and I'm working.
Yeah. I'm going to the game Sunday. You're going too. The Pats game.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
I'm going?
Allegedly.
Well, I know. Allegedly, I am.
Allegedly. I thought you just invited me to the tailgate. I thought this was planned out.
Listen, I've already had... if I'm going, I already got it planned out. But yes, it's tentative.
But Wemby would have been cool.
The four of us. I would have been rooting for Wemby all night.
He would have been cool.
I would have bet him for a triple-double.
Yeah, his over...
Then we'd be going to the Calhoun
over
after.
20 rebounds or whatever it was.
Yep.
Oh, the Calhoun would be fun.
Oh, late-night Calhoun action. Oh, baby, baby, baby.
I had a couple... I love Mai Tais. Mai Tais is my favorite drink.
So, you want to hear some good news before we get to In or Out?
Yes.
According to my friend Joel in Natick, there is a blue square going to Natick Center.
No way.
Which isn't far.
That's going to be their third blue square. I think it started in Hopkinton.
Yes.
Yeah. And we had the Northborough location tonight. Yeah. It was excellent.
When we did the Roni Rumble, we had 60 pizza places. And the final two were Garlic Breath and Blue Square. Have you looked up Garlic Breath?
I have not looked up Garlic Breath.
Give it a Google. The other thing I wanted to mention is I am now being followed by Bagel World. So thank you, Bagel World. The power of radio, I'm telling you. I do a video on TikTok and boom, now we're friends.
Joe, there's a world where you could be a full-time food critic and you just be so like there's a world where you just are too famous for this place.
I am not famous.
No, but there is a world where you will. There is a world. I love your TikTok content.
Joe,
I'm in.
I hope someday someone pays me to just eat food. Sound like a good job,
That
Stas?
sounds food critic.
There's our first drop of 2026.
You know what's funny? When I was like, hey, some of the changes I wanted to make to the show in 2026, one of them was talk less food. And all I've done is double down on it tonight. Anyways, Skaz, what do we got?
Gentlemen, welcome to In or Out 2026, our first one of the year. And with all this New Year's talk, why not start with the New Year? Gentlemen, are we in or out on New Year's resolutions?
Joe?
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't think a new year is going to change how you... It's got to start before the new year. A new year isn't going to change how you look at life or approach life. It's got to come... There's got to be some passion or some fire burning within you to change. I don't think you can just be like, oh, new year, new me. No, there's got to be a why to why you're changing.
Yeah, I found myself way over 400 pounds one day, and it wasn't New Year's. I just didn't know I was over 400 pounds that heavily. And I knew I was hovering around it. Until I saw it way over 400, I went, oh boy. And then I decided to give up soda. It wasn't a New Year's resolution.
So you've lost all this weight just by giving up soda?
I gave up soda.
That was it?
Yeah. And the holidays I ate horribly. because I was off.
Well, I mean,
had
so
nothing to
does
do.
everyone.
And I was like, if I'm in Medford, it's like I got to go to Lindell's Bakery in Somerville. Let me see if I can go to Leone's. Like anytime I was in a neighborhood with food, I was like, I think I'm going to go, and I did, and it was awesome. But like now we're back to like normal, and I barely get to eat during the day because today I had a bunch of things to do today.
Yeah,
good thing you brought food, or I would have been hangry.
Yeah, the new year, new me. I'm not sure if I'm buying it.
Yeah, New
myself
Year, new me
included.
out.
Yeah, I'm out on New Year, new me.
But in musings, I would like to discuss more of this if you don't mind.
Some resolution. Yeah, I think it's okay to have resolutions, but life-changing ones where you're like going to change who you like completely. No, I understand yours.
I am this year. I think you might know what mine is, but I'll save that for 50 minutes from now. Skaz, are you in or out?
Yeah, I'm kind of out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no need.
Is it hot in here?
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
it is.
Right,
it's very hot. It's
why the
even. I
door's
mean, it's
open.
hot. It's hot in the studio. It's hot in here.
Okay. Next.
All right, gentlemen. We mentioned it briefly earlier in the show, but the one and only, the Clapper, is reportedly back. The Tennessee Titans have put it on their schedule to interview Jason Garrett later this week. Gentlemen, are we in or out on a potential Jason Garrett return to the NFL?
I think he can be an offensive coordinator. But he's been so awkward on TV. I feel like he'd be awkward as a coach.
Wasn't he awkward the first time around on the Cowboy? Yeah. I don't know why
he got a little bit of a raw deal in Dallas, but when you work for Jerry Jones, see, in a way, he should have been fired earlier. He wasn't. They kept him. And then Dak got hurt, I think, and then he was donezo.
We were talking about this earlier, Joe. Speaking of coaches who may not be fit for the NFL anymore, is Bill Belichick going to get an interview in your eyes?
Who deserves more of an interview, Jason Garrett or Bill Belichick?
Oh, that's a good question. Skaz, what do you think?
Jason Garrett.
I would say the same. I was leaning Jason Garrett. I just didn't want him to sound crazy, but Belichick does not deserve a shot. He might get one, though, because how weak this coaching cycle is.
I Googled great clappers in sports, and it gave me sports hand clappers to wear at the game.
Yeah. Who was the coach that would go like, knock on wood if you're with me?
That was Gruden.
Gruden, yes.
Gruden's great.
Yeah, Hard Knocks.
I hope he gets a shot again.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Todd Bowles is still employed as of today.
Well, maybe they'll see if the Panthers win or not. And if they win, they're going to be like, you're fired. Or if they lose, it's like, yeah, he's probably done so. They had Liam Cohen. He was
and Canales. They had both of them.
David Canales, too. Well, go figure. I'm okay with Garrett. I just he's just fine to me.
Does nothing.
But I'd rather him than Matt Nagy.
Yes, or Eberflus or one of those guys. Yeah.
You think the guy from Indiana is staying or leaving?
He's staying.
Oh, he got paid.
Yeah. But Gannon got cut though. He's a pretty good coach. He'll pick up. Maybe the Eagles bring him back.
I can see that.
All right, gentlemen, let's head to our friends over at McDonald's for this new one. McDonald's is testing new McCrispy tenders alongside a chicken menu at select Chicago locations. Gentlemen, are we in or out on McDonald's new McCrispy tenders?
My question is, are these just the chicken selects?
But they're crispier, Joe.
The chicken selects are already really crispy, so how could you get crispier than that?
Can I tell you what I ate over the holiday?
Yeah.
I got the new Wendy's chicken tenders.
And how were they?
They were golden and they were crispy.
Would you say they are, if you could rank the big three?
49 at Burger King.
I was going to say Burger King's my number one.
Wendy's is good too.
They have a good chicken sandwich. Although, we were just talking about resolutions. I was trying, this year is going to be try to eat, less.
It can't be
less
food.
That junk.
It should be like, I'm going to save on gas or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. But those, I will tell you, the McCrispy tenders that were just sent to me from Dexterto, those look softly battered.
Have you had the new snack wraps from McDonald's yet?
I don't eat lettuce.
Well, you can ask for it without lettuce.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, it would just be cheese sauce and the chicken.
I would get a plain McChicken and ask for a wrap on the side.
Yeah, I guess if you like sometimes I like a wrap more than a bun. A bun is just like a little too much sometimes.
I make my breakfast sandwiches with wraps.
Oh yeah, you were telling me. Yeah, you grill them too, right? Sounds. And
then I'll make a scrambled egg and I'll cut it in half so I can make it 2 sandwiches.
There's a lot of TikTok content right there that we could create.
Joe, I am all over TikTok. At Joey Murray.
Should I come for a breakfast one morning? I feel like that would be.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to work mornings ever again.
Oh yeah. But I'm in on Joe Murray breakfast sandwiches.
Our friends down the street, Anna Pickle, recently reached out to me. They want us to eat breakfast someday.
Every time you say that, just for a split second, I think you have a friend named Anna Pickle.
Anna Pickle.
Yes.
His name's Tim.
Gotcha. Tim Pickle. Yeah.
Yep.
Gentlemen, let's head to Florida for this next one. An immersive sloth park is opening in Florida. It will house over 40 sloths with no cages or barriers. Gentlemen, are we in or out on an immersive sloth park?
Out. Who the hell wants 40 Dude, I bet you they're smart.
They're so slow, though. What can they really do?
Silent assassins.
See, I think when you're messing with nature like that, you kind of I'm not saying anyone deserves anything, but anything bad that happens, you're already asking for it. I don't like those nature shows, when people are just amongst the sea creatures,
like the guy that thought he was friends with the bear there.
Yes, exactly. It's like you're messing with their habitat, you're messing with their ecosystem. You should be out on that, and anything that happens to you, like people who have like monkey pets and they're wondering why they attack them.
So here's what I have in my head. So you know how there's like an aquarium? Yeah. Would this be like a slotharium?
Oh yeah, so are they enclosed, Skaz, or is it just kind of like we can hang amongst the sloths?
I think you're just kind of walking through a sloth exhibit, basically.
It's near Disney World? The hell are they doing? It's like putting Jurassic Park near there.
Yeah.
All right. What if it was 40 turtles by themselves?
Turtles are fine, but
that's what I'm saying.
I don't need to go see 40 turtles. I don't need to go see 40 sloths.
Out. Thank you.
The only experience I've had anything like this was in Australia. I went through it was part of the zoo though, but they had like an open kangaroo place where you just walk through and the kangaroos were just all hopping around, and they were just like, don't get too close to them, you'll be fine. But no, sloths out on
slothies.
People are really protective of turtles. You know that?
I love turtles.
There was some guy in the news this morning who picked up a big sea turtle, and now he's he might be arrested and be going to prison for it.
If you go on TikTok and search turtles, there's one little turtle that I love, and you scratch his back and you can see his body like a dog would kick its leg. The shell's really all nerves for the turtle.
I have a fear of snapping turtles,
me
just
too.
taking my hand. Like, oh, Joe, how'd you go? Oh, snapping turtle got me.
Yeah.
That's a tough way to go.
Eat your thigh.
Yeah.
Or your glute.
Yeah.
All right, Skaz, what else we got?
All right, gentlemen, we'll head to the movies for this next one. Coming to theaters in 2026 is the movie Killer Whale. It stars people I've never heard of, Virginia Gardner and Mel Johnson. But the story is two friends, Maddie and Trish, are stranded on a remote lagoon when a dangerous killer whale named Cito starts to hunt the pair.
Huh?
Joe Murray, are we in or out on a killer whale? Beluga, right, or something?
Yeah. I mean, do we have any whale movies?
Besides Free Willy.
Free Willy. Yeah, Free Willy's a great movie.
He wasn't a killing killer whale.
Sperm Whale was Moby Dick. Should have, that seems like, should have got that one.
I'm not familiar with. I've obviously heard of Moby Dick. Was it a killer whale? That was like what's the premise?
Did you ever
of
see
that?
the movie Major League?
Yes.
Remember how she was like, "Did you ever read Moby Dick?"
Yeah.
And instead he got the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah.
And Willie Mays Hayes is like, "Why are you reading that book for?" And he goes, "This happens to be a fine piece of American culture."
That's a great movie. Charlie, who's it? Charlie Sheen is in that.
Yeah, and the guy who does the Allstate commercials.
Yes.
Who was the president on 24.
Who was the catcher? It was
Jake.
Jake something.
Jake
Seymour.
No.
Jake Seymour.
How do I not know his last name? Jake. No.
Taylor?
Jake Taylor.
Taylor.
Jake Taylor. Yeah. You know what's? I have a good Jake Seymour story I shared with my mom.
Seymour or Taylor?
No, Jake Seymour.
Oh.
I was telling my mom. I was like, oh yeah, Jake. I was like, yeah, Skaz, Joe, and Jake are like some of my like role models, mentors at the station. And she's like, oh, is Jake new? And I'm like, no, he's been there for a while. She's like, how old is he? He's like, oh, I think he just graduated college. She's like, you have a mentor that's 8 years younger than you? And I'm like, yes, you can, Mom. You can have mentors that are younger than you. Is that
a compliment to you, Jake?
Jake, that should be a compliment to you.
I feel like
Jake is one of my role model men. He is older than his age. He is a wise man.
Very wise.
Jake came out of college and was like instantly a reporter.
Yeah. In my mind, Jake's older than me, but he's much younger.
He's mature. He's more mature than you and I.
Way more
I'm
mature.
43. He's way mature than I am.
That's how I feel about Kevin. I think Kevin's like a couple months younger than me, something
Kevin
like
Majore?
that. But I just feel like he's a wise man.
Kevin Majore reminds me of like Good Will Hunting, when it's like, man, if I come to this house again and you're here, dude, like every day I wish you would.
Yeah,
just
you know the
go
best
on.
part of my day. It's when I walk up to your house, knock on your door, and hope you won't be there.
Sorry, Kevin. Jake, how do you feel to be a mentor?
I appreciate it. I like working with Joe.
Yeah.
Joe's done a really good job over the last few months, or I guess really the last year.
Does anybody have
months.
an uncle that's younger than them?
No. Oh, no.
No. Okay.
But you think it's okay to have a mentor that's younger than you? Yeah. Jake is he's management material.
Do you know who I used to call all the time?
Who?
When I needed something for like a young person? Alex Barth. Before Alex
He's a pro.
Before Alex worked here, he was like a college hustler, you know?
Yeah, like Bart's same age, but even like when I was on the street team with him, I was like, this guy's he's got it figured out.
I'm going to be working for this guy someday.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I even texted Barth today, like, hey, man, blah. All right, I know we got John Serenides coming up. Anything else we got before we get out of here?
Let's see. Joe, you're a fan of all things wrestling, right?
Yes.
I came across this man during our time apart. He is I want to make sure I get this all correctly, but he is an indie wrestler who goes by the name of Stephen Flow. Yes.
I knew it.
And he basically comes out to Even Flow by Pearl Jam, but it is all Stephen Flow, the entire song.
Stephen Flow. Stephen Flow.
Joe Murray, are you in or out on Stephen Flow?
What a great... This is what we need in wrestling, people. We need to get... Like Joe Hendry.
I believe.
Is that Joe who sings that song?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Can we go into break with that, please?
I'll find it.
Yeah, please. But Joe Hendry just signed now with WWE. And every time someone says his name, he appears. And he was hiding in a fridge the other day. So we mentioned his name and he just pops out of the fridge. And I'm just like, this Joe Hendry thing's real.
You know, that was like my second or third week with you guys. You had me sing
like,
that
hey, Joe,
song.
come here.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, am I going to regret this? I'm already singing live.
Stephen Flow, baby.
Stephen Flow.
Whatever happened to Rock Band? Skaz, were you a Rock Band guy?
No, I was
because Even Flow was on that.
Yeah,
right?
that was after my time. We will end with this one tonight, though, Joe, as I know you are were a big Simpsons guy. The Duff Man retired.
No.
On the latest episode of The Simpsons.
What?
Joe Murray, are you in or out on the Duff Man retiring?
Why are they retiring Duff Man? It's The Simpsons. You can't die. Did Kenny ever die?
Only every episode.
But is he dead?
No, he's still around.
Is Duff Man really dead?
Retired, Joe. Retired.
You know what? Is Simpsons still on Sundays at 8? Like, I never watch. I don't know. You know what, though? The Simpsons predict the future all the time.
Feels like a good reason to retire The Simpsons if
Maybe.
you don't know when it's on.
Here's another one, Jake. I saw this week. They made a clip of the Bills versus the Jaguars and have the Jaguars beating the Bills this week. And it's not because of this week. It's something that happened in the past where they did a bit where the Jags beat the Bills.
I've never seen The Simpsons.
Get the hell out of here!
Never seen it. I've been on the ride.
Are you kidding me?
No, I've never seen
You
it.
don't know about Santa's Little Helper?
No. Never.
I'm sorry,
once.
Joe, who?
Santa's Little Helper.
Shake, are you a Simpsons guy? I feel like Simpsons is past its
Joe,
prime.
I don't do any TV. I don't do any movies. And even I've seen The Simpsons.
Thank you.
Over South
You don't
Park?
know about Grandpa?
No.
Well, Thelma and Patty? Selma and Patty.
I might have seen the movie once.
How about Marge?
No.
Bot?
He's the young kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Lisa? Maggie?
The little girl.
Apu?
Little baby. Yeah.
No.
Never seen it.
What's the main character's name?
Homer.
Yeah, Homer.
Homer Simpson.
Is it better than South Park?
Yes. Well,
It's
yes.
probably the...
No. Never heard of any of this.
You never watched Homer Simpson trip on mushrooms?
No.
He was just eating.
What channel is it even
Fox
on?
25 my entire life. It's the longest episodic show, I think, outside of Monday Night
But
Raw.
like, what is it on Netflix or
Fox
anything?
25.
Hey, if it's
Every
not
night.
if
When
it's
I
not
used to be
streaming,
a,
I don't
when I
know
used to
about
be
it.
a wicked stoner back in the day. Okay. It used to be
back in the day.
Yeah. It used to be the Simpsons.
Used to be.
Yeah. It used to be Seinfeld, Simpsons, King of the Hill, and Futurama. Every night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Every night. I used to watch all that. Yes.
What about Monday night?
Say his name.
We'll go to break.
He
Thank you, Joe.
appears. I believe in Joe Murray. I believe in Joe Murray. From Boston to Calhoun to either shore. I believe in Joe Murray.
You're listening to Joe. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray.
England Football Journal. I told him 8:20 tonight, and we got him at 8:29:40. Hi, John. How are you?
Good. How's it going, Joe? How are you?
Well, Jeremy, who is working the Bruins game tonight, kicked Joe Ariano, Street Team Joe, out of the studio because he's never seen The Simpsons before.
Really? How old is he?
How old are you, Joe?
29.
29.
29. That's understandable, though, man. The Simpsons have been around pretty much as most of his life, so kind of understandable.
I guess so. But no, what I'm trying to tell you is that Jeremy was in another studio and kicked him out. I said, nope, you got to go. Get out.
So that he can watch The Simpsons?
Just get out of there. To me, it's crazy. I still remember Santa's Little Helper from this day. It's one of the best episodes ever. Anyways, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you, man?
I'm good. We got a big game this weekend.
I think so.
So I've been asking everybody this: where would you rank Justin Herbert amongst quarterbacks the Patriots defense has faced this year?
Oh, I mean, obviously he's top 10. I'd probably say maybe even top 6. But he's going to be one of the better signal callers that they faced this season, even at probably 80%. I mean, he's got a broken left hand, so he's not fully healthy, but he's probably going to be one of the 6 to 8 best quarterbacks they've seen this season, if not even top 5, given their schedule. You could probably make that argument as well.
So I had him behind Herbert and Lamar Jackson. I know they played Baker Mayfield, Aaron Rodgers, right? So, yeah, I mean, top 6, whatever. But, I think the Patriots should win, John, for a couple of reasons. Number one, you're at home. And I feel like it was a sign of disrespect, resting and wanting the Patriots. So I hope the Patriots use that as a chip, as like disrespect. But I also have this thing about Jim Harbaugh and Herbert. Like, Herbert's lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars through multiple interceptions. There's a redemption story for Herbert here. But the story about Herbert really has been willing the Chargers into the playoffs with a bad hand and 25 different offensive line combinations. So I want to give him credit for that. But does he have enough to beat the Patriots on the road, West Coast to East Coast?
I think he does. And the reason I say that is the fact that this is an offense that's patient. Jim Harbaugh, Greg Roman, their offensive coordinator, they're going to be patient with the running game. They're going to have to be. They don't have a choice. If they're patient with the running game and they can establish it early, this is a team that leads the league in time of possession. If they can establish that running game early and their defense can get some early 3 and outs, they can hang around in this game. And if they can hang around in this game and stay within 3 to 7 points going into the fourth quarter, they can win this football game. This is not going to be a blowout win for the Patriots. I would be surprised if it was. As well as they have played the last 2 months, I think it's a different mentality now, right? It's the playoffs. But not only that, I think when you look at this Chargers team, Joe, their best chance of winning this football game is to grind it out, is to slow it down. It's to lean on your running game. It's to lean on your defense. If they can do that and they can keep Drake May in check, which has been hard to do, if they can do those 2 things, keep him in check, don't give up the big plays, they have a shot. I'm going to pick the Patriots too. I think anybody that is looking at this rationally is going to pick the Patriots. But let's not act like this Chargers team doesn't have a chance on Sunday. I think they do, but it's key for them to establish their style of play early and maintain it for 4 quarters. If they do that, they have a shot at pulling off the upset.
How do you go about defending Justin Herbert and their offense? I love Gadsden. I think I loved him at Syracuse. He's a tight end, but really, he's a wide receiver, right? Lab McConkey, Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnston, these big boys. I think it can be trouble for that defense because I don't know who the 4th corner would be. And would they go to that route? And would they haven't played man all year. Would they in this matchup?
Well, I mean, they have played man, but they've done a nice job of blending coverages, to your point, though. I think they're going to have to play some man because I think in order to get consistent pressure on Justin Herbert and take advantage of the fact that his 2 starting offensive tackles are out, been out most of the season, I think in order to take advantage of that and bring that edge pressure, bring those daggers off the edge that you're going to need to in order to get consistent pressure on him, you're going to have to play man coverage behind it. And that's easier said than done. And I think to your point, do the Patriots have enough depth in the secondary where they could play this man-to-man matchup game? That remains to be seen. But I do think a big key in this game for them is going to be they have got to find a way to get pressure on him, consistent pressure. The other thing is you got Milton Williams back. You hope Robert Spillane is back. You're going to need him in the middle of this front because you're going to have to be able to stop their running game. Because one thing we know about Harbaugh and Roman is if they can establish Omari and Hampton and that running game, I think that that's what they're going to lean on to win this football game. And if they do that, that also opens up your play action game, your drop back game, your perimeter screen game. So can the Patriots match up? Sure. Obviously, a lot of it will depend on what personnel groupings the Chargers are in. They're predominantly an 11, 12. We'll get into some 21, 22 stuff. But I think the key for the Patriots is they've got to establish a level of dominance on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball if they want to win this football game.
He's John Serenides, New England Football Journal. What do you think of the MVP conversation? And I'm at the point now where people are being negative about both guys, but I think that Drake may have swayed some voters for Stafford over the last couple of weeks. That was reported from The Athletic. But in the end, who do you think gets the award?
Unfortunately, I think Stafford is going to win the award. I think it should be Drake May. It comes down to this for me, Joe. If you take Drake May off the Patriots, what do they look like? What is their record if Drake May's not their quarterback this season?
Not good.
Not good. 6-11, maybe 7-10 at best. If you take Matt Stafford off the Rams and you insert old friend Jimmy Garoppolo with that skill group, with Sean McVay calling plays, they're probably a 10-7, 9-8 team, and they're probably a 6 or a 7 seed in the NFC playoffs. So the way I see it, if you looked at it just on that alone, never mind going line by line when you look at the numbers, because realistically speaking, Stafford has them in a couple of categories, obviously. Touchdown passes. I think they're within 100 yards of each other, 100 or 200 yards of each other in passing yards. He has them in terms of touchdown passes and overall touchdowns. But at the end of the day, you got to look beyond the numbers, in my opinion. This is beyond the statistics. If you do that rationally and you look at it from the standpoint of who's more valuable to their team and who has been a bigger key to their team's success, that's Drake May. I'm sorry, no disrespect to Matt Stafford. It's Drake May, but at the end of the day, the reason I think they're going to ultimately give it to Stafford is it's going to be a Lifetime Achievement Award. They're going to finally give him an MVP. It's going to be the one thing he doesn't have, and they're going to be able to justify it by saying, well, look at their numbers. Even though he didn't quarterback a first-place team, he threw for 10 more touchdown passes, and that's the difference, or whatever the number might be. But the bottom line is it should be Drake May. But I think you bring up a good point that not enough people are talking about, Joe. I think the conversation swung briefly after that Patriots-Jets game, but I get the sense this weekend the pendulum swung back the other way, and now you have to think Stafford's probably the favorite again.
So I mean this as unbiased as possible. People don't, here we are working for I work for the Patriots Radio Network, right? This is completely unbiased, but I just can't stand that a guy could be the MVP and he didn't win his division and is on a 5 seed.
And it's very rare, by the way.
Yeah.
It's very rare in the history of that award that a guy, especially in the last 20 years, that a guy who didn't win his division wins the award. So that's certainly going to be something that I'm sure is going to be top of mind with some of the voters. But I think at the end of the day, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist here. I don't trust them. I just don't. I have a hard time believing that some of these voters are going to get past the numbers, specifically the touchdown passes. I don't see it. And I think you can get away with giving it to Stafford because, again, he's 37. He's had a great career, a Hall of Fame career. He's won a Super Bowl, but this would be the final feather in his cap. Why not? I could see them nationally justifying it. And the other thing I could see them saying, Joe, is that Drake May's 23. He's just now starting to enter the prime of his career. He's going to be in this prime for a while, provided he stays healthy. He's going to have a bunch of other shots down the road to win it. Let's give it to Stafford and get it out of the way.
A couple other things I just wanted to mention about that. I don't want to make it about Cam Newton, but, when the season started, I went under, right? I had under the total. I thought Josh McDaniels wasn't going to work out. I wanted Ben Johnson over Mike Vrabel. Like, that was just me speaking, who's covered the team now for however long. Well, I don't think the rest of the league is caught up to what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched this team week in and week out. I saw Josh McDaniels make an impact. We've seen Drake May do a lot of things. But people that aren't here seeing that every day look at the schedule and, oh, look, they beat up so many backup quarterbacks. I think that's the narrative, John. Like, I think the Patriots have a narrative about them. And this week, like, if they beat the Chargers, is it going to be, oh, well, it's against Justin Herbert with no offensive line? Like, is it always going to be a narrative? And I almost wonder if that's the chip on the shoulder they need to make a run here.
Yes, it's always going to be a narrative. The schedule's going to hover over this team for the rest of the season. If they win on Sunday night, it's going to be, well, Herbert's banged up. He was without Slater and Alt. Their defense didn't play well. Or if the officiating, the Patriots get a couple of calls, it'll be the officiating. There's always going to be a narrative with this football team. And if you're Mike Vrabel, you know what? That's the gift that keeps on giving as far as I'm concerned. As a guy who's coached football for 30 years, if the outside world is willing to give you enough motivation, take it and feed it to your guys by the spoonfuls. Because at the end of the day, that's going to be the narrative the rest of the season. The national media doesn't buy this football team. They don't think this football team is good. And God forbid they lose on Sunday night, then it's going to be, see, we told you. Their schedule was easy. They took advantage of the worst schedule in the league, and that's why they won 14 games. Vrabel won't get the credit he deserves, even though we know he should be coach of the year, and the organization won't get the credit they deserve. So the narrative is going to be there. Regardless of how Sunday night plays out, the narrative is still going to be there if you win it, and if you lose, then all these talking heads are going to say, we were right. They were frauds. They were phonies. We called it. The clock struck midnight on them. It's over. So, yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to shake it. The only way I see them shaking it, Joe, is if they get to Santa Clara. If they get to Super Bowl 60, then I think you'll probably have enough believers nationally at that point that people might actually pick them to win it all.
All right, talking to John Serenides, New England Football Journal. Got to ask you about the college football playoff. Miami, Ole Miss, man. Chambliss, I was really, really impressed with him. But the Miami defense was truly impressive, and I've always been a crystal ball guy. Ole Miss is almost like a destined team, right? But Miami was people thought they wouldn't even make it. This is going to be a good game because it's two teams I think people never thought maybe would get here or deserve to be there.
I think it's going to be a terrific game. Now, I think when you look at this matchup, for me, it comes down to two things. One, can Miami run the football as effectively as they did against Ohio State, especially in the second half? They're going to need to pick up where they left off offensively. If they can get Fletcher going early, and they can put Carson Beck in a position where he can make easy throws in the passing game, I think that they're going to win this football game. If their front seven can get after Trinidad Chambliss and keep him in the pocket and not allow him to extend plays and get consistent pressure on him, they're going to win this football game. They're a physical football team on both sides of the line of scrimmage. And as good as Ole Miss has been against Tulane and Georgia, I'm not sure that up front they match up with Miami physically. And in my opinion, I think that's going to be the difference in this football game. I think Miami's physicality, their ability to lean on people, their ability to make big plays on offense when they need them, and their speed on defense, especially in the back seven, I think that's going to be the difference here. I think their defense is going to get enough pressure on Chambliss. They can match up athletically on the perimeter with their corners. They play a lot of man-to-man. Corey Heatherman, who used to coach at Maine, he's their defensive coordinator. I think if their defense can match up, limit the big plays, their offense runs the ball, can control the clock a little bit and set a physical tone, I think the Hurricanes are going to win it. Listen, man, Nick Saban said this a couple of weeks ago on College Game Day, and I think he's right. This is a team that, talent-wise, is good enough to win it all.
If they can stop Kewan Lacey as well, like they can really... Yeah. Hey, he's great. And
he's a big back. He's a thumper. He's tough to tackle. And he's going to be no day at the park either.
And let's not forget, Carson Beck went to Miami for a reason. And he hasn't been I think they've leaned on their defense, but he's been a big part of it. I'm kind of rooting for him, even though he's not the greatest guy in the world. But can you believe Miami football is back, my man? Like, it's good for college football. It really is good.
It is.
And Oregon, Indiana, Man, Mendoza, it's all Cignetti for me, but maybe I've asked you this. Dan Lanning has been one of my favorites, right? I know he's a little bit of a hardo. Some people don't like it, but Cignetti's like this cocky, confident guy. Like, I'm very interested in this matchup, but to me, I think Indiana's just too much.
Yeah, I agree. And for all you draftniks out there, this is going to be Dante Moore versus Fernando Mendoza, too. And in many ways, this could potentially impact the top of the NFL draft in April. When I look at this Indiana team, man, I mean, they're so well built, Joe. You got Mendoza, who can make plays in the passing game, Surratt at wide receiver. They've got Black at running back. They got two other backs that they can throw at you. The offensive line led by Coogan up front at center. He's been impressive. He was voted, along with the rest of the offensive line, as offensive MVPs of the Rose Bowl. And then that defense, man, they don't have a lot of household names, but they can run. They play fast. They play aggressive. I think Oregon, just like in the first matchup out in Oregon, is going to hang with them. I think this is going to be a really good game, 7 to 10 point game. But this Indiana team is talented, and I think we can finally say it, man. Indiana's a football school. Yeah, it is now a football school, especially when you see what they did in the portal this weekend. And I know a lot of people are annoyed with the portal and they hate talking about it. But when you look at the talent that they brought in already for next year, they're a football school now, man. Or at the very least, they're a football basketball school. They're not just strictly a hoop school anymore.
Yeah, Alabama's a hoop school, and Indiana's a football school.
Oh, there you go. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if the Alabama faithful love basketball enough to call themselves that. I would tend to think they still would prefer to be a football school first.
I got to ask you a BC question. Turbo is going to Indiana now.
He is.
Who's a good player, but what is it? Is it the portal or is it BC? What is it?
It's the money. Oh. Bottom line, a lot of the guys that have been staples in that program the last couple of years priced themselves out. Plain and simple. It's the money. They price themselves out. When you go 2-10, it's hard to ask for a big payday or you're going to transfer. And in the end, a lot of them were told, nah, we want to go in another direction. And they decided to transfer. And they're going to get their money elsewhere. But the bottom line, it was at Boston College, it's a combination of they asked for too much and Boston College is looking to go in another direction and turn this thing around after a 2-win season.
Well, Northwestern got Chip Kelly. Maybe they'll start bending the rules a little bit too. So
it looks like it. They've assembled a pretty good staff there under David Braun. So we'll see. I mean, look, they're in the same boat as Boston College. Same thing with the Stanfords and the Vanderbilts of the world. But if your admissions isn't willing to play ball with you to allow some of these guys to enter your school and then enter your program, it's going to be hard to effectively recruit in the portal, regardless of how much money you have in the bank and how much money you could spend in NIL. Your admissions department has to be willing to work with you. And for a lot of these academic schools at the FBS level, that's going to be the litmus test here in the next couple of years. Will your admissions office be willing to work with you in terms of GPAs and SATs and whatnot to help get some of these guys in? Because let's not forget, even though these guys are moving around on a year-to-year basis now, there's still the eligibility piece, and you still need to be able to get into the school.
BC football. You know what? No one BC went down, man, when Jeff Jagodzinski wanted to interview for like an offensive coaching job, and was it Gene? I can't remember who was the guy. DiFilippo.
Gene DiFilippo. He wanted to interview for the New York Jets job.
Jets job. That's what it was. And he goes, "This isn't a stepping stone program." Well, guess what, bro? You are definitely a stepping stone program after seeing this portal happen.
Yeah, and look, again, it'll be interesting to see how programs like Boston College live in this world moving forward. This is the reality now. It's not going to get better. The NCAA might eventually get a handle on the portal itself, but NIL is here to stay. I mean, there was a great piece in The Athletic this week talking about how the price to do business in the portal this year has gone up almost 50%. Quarterbacks are now your top quarterbacks in the portal. You got Brendan Sorsby just committed to Texas Tech yesterday. He's getting $5 million.
Getting more than Shedeur Sanders in the NFL.
Yeah. He's making more money in 1 year than Sanders is on his rookie deal with the Cleveland Browns.
Wild.
And that's something, by the way, and I'm glad you brought that up. That is something to keep an eye on moving forward here now, because there's a lot of guys that are going to make their money in college. They're not going to make their money in the NFL. They're going to get to the NFL and they're going to fizzle. So they're going to stick around as long as they can to keep getting those checks. So this has a ripple effect. It's not just going to affect colleges. It's going to affect the NFL as well, especially at certain positions like quarterback, for example.
Like Dante Moore, do you want to stay in college or go to the Jets?
It's a very valid question. The thing is, he is going to get a bigger payday at the Jets, and he's probably going to start as a rookie. Now, it's the Jets. There's also a good chance he's going to get his rear end kicked for a year or two. But at the end of the day, he's also going to probably walk away with about $40 million guaranteed contract. He's not getting that at Oregon if he stays another year. So I still think the NFL is obviously going to be the goal for these guys, and it's still always going to be the more attractive option. But I do think for a lot of these guys, it would be potential middle to late round picks, especially at the quarterback position. They're going to want to hang around an extra year and get that $3.5 million.
All right, we went late, but do you think John Harbaugh will be in Foxborough this week with Jim Harbaugh?
He might be there to watch. I don't think he's going to be coaching on such short notice, but I got to say, what a stupid move by Steve Bisciotti. Bisciotti's one of the best owners in the league. This guy's been your head coach for 18 years, gone to the playoffs 12 times, won a Super Bowl, one of the best coaches in the league, top 5. You walk away from him because you're trying to force his hand in terms of firing the offensive coordinator. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's a bad move. Schefter had a report tonight that all 7 teams with openings have already contacted his agent. So you may see teams now like Miami. I don't want to speak out of turn here, but they may make a change now just simply because they might be able to bring him in and his hand-picked general manager. So it's going to be interesting to watch, but I think this was a really dumb move by the Baltimore Ravens. Clearly, they're hoping that they could find their own Mike McDonald and bring in a young defensive coach that can fix the defense and then hire a good OC to go with him. So we'll see. Jesse Minter from the Chargers, he's coming to town this weekend. He's a name to keep an eye on for that job.
He's the favorite right now at Kelce. I just saw.
Well, there you go.
We'll see. All right, John. You'll be at the game this week. Our chat loves when you ask questions to Mike Vrabel. Because that's how they know you. They're like, hey, that's the guy that's on Joe's show.
Yeah. I asked all the hard-hitting questions like, will you play Foxborough High School next season in week 1? I mean, inquiring minds want to know, Joe.
Well, I mean, it goes in line with the easy schedule. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go. Although that's way too easy.
All right. Well, John, there is a potential of the post-game show live from Gillette this week. We're not official yet.
Nice.
But we may be there. So if that happens, awesome. I'll hit you up.
All right. Sounds good, my brother.
You got it, man. Enjoy the game,
Always great talking to you, my man.
Appreciate your night. Take care, bro. All right. That's John Serenides, everybody. College football, everything. Whoa. We're running out of time, aren't we? Oh, boy. Well, let's go to breaks, guys. Listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Ravens fire John Harbaugh. Matt Eberflus out in Dallas. Cliff Kingsbury out in Washington. And the Bruins, they take on the Kraken tonight, 9:30 here on the Sports Hub. Headlines, they are brought to you by Boston Prolotherapy. Don't let joint pain keep you off the court, course, or trail. Eliminate that pain with Dr. Franke at Boston Prolotherapy. I'm Joe Murray.
More Joe Murray.
Season is heating up, and Gate City Casino wants to send you to the ultimate showdown in Santa Clara, California this February. Will you be big game bound? Play your favorite slots and table games right now to earn entries. Then be here on Saturday, January 10th for the grand prize drawing. Must be present to win. Final drawing at 10 p.m. One lucky winner is scoring a trip to the big game, including hotel stay, tailgate access, and transportation to the game. Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in the action at Gate City Casino in Nashua.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about ClearPath for veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. Massachusetts and Manchester, New Hampshire. $50 tax-deductible donation to ClearPath and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire.
98.5 The Sports Up. We got you till 9:30. Apologize for the long break there, everybody. I went a little late. But we're breaking down games, and we got the Bruins coming up in a half hour, so we had to squeeze in all our commercial breaks. So just being transparent, and appreciate you guys' time on that one. We got callers, so let's go to them. Our intern River is on the line. Hi, River.
Joe, what's going on?
Happy New Year, bud.
Hey, Happy New Year to you too, man. How you been?
We're good. Should I still call you intern River?
I mean, if you want to. I mean, I was an intern, so I mean, if you want to call me intern River, that's cool with me.
You've graduated.
Basically, yeah. But I mean, hey, listen, I'm good to still be intern River. I'm good with that.
You got a story for us?
Yeah, no. I was just calling to say what's up to you, say hi to Scabs and Street Team Joe as well. But it's just calling in to. I wanted to tell you about a little gambling story as well. I know that you would. You're a big gambling guy,
this is the place to do it.
Yeah, yeah. So like a week and a half ago, right? I went to I was in Montreal and I went to the casino. Right? They got a huge casino there. They got like 4 floors of like slots and tables and whatnot, right? So I go in. I think I gave myself like $100 Canadian, I think, because I was in Montreal, and I go and I head over to the roulette table, right? Like I don't do slots, because I think slots are a total complete scam, right? But I head over to the roulette table and I put down like $40, and then within like 20 minutes I turned that into like $400 somehow. Just got really lucky, like doing all the outside bets. And then, probably wasn't the smartest decision, but I decided, I was like, all right, you know what? Let's, as they say, let's risk it for the biscuit, Let's risk it for the biscuit. And so I put it on zero. And I was like, if this thing hits, like I gotta walk away. And sure enough, the little ball rolled around, plunk, landed right on zero. Oh. And so I turned like $40 into like $1,300.
Holy smokes!
I know.
Made
and
more
I was
than
like,
us.
Yeah, and I was like, holy shoot! I was freaking out. Yeah, I was
just remember,
freaking out.
You can't swear on the air.
I know. I said shoot.
Well,
but
I didn't know that.
All right. Sorry.
So
sorry.
What are you gonna do with the money?
So I've already done something with the money here, right? I'm trying to be very, very responsible with my finances, right? So first I had to get it, converted. I ended up winning about $1,350. I ended up going to the bank back in Vermont. They gave me about 900 American. And since I'm decided to be responsible with my finances, I put 800 of that into my Roth IRA.
Oh, Jesus.
So by the time that I'm, ancient and I'm like 60 years old, it's going to be worth tens of thousands of dollars just off of one spin.
Well, River, congratulations to you, sir. And
Thank you, Joe.
I hope your Roth IRA turns into millions.
You know what, Joe? I hope my Roth IRA turns into millions too. I'm hoping.
And then you can buy your own radio station and do your own show.
Right, exactly. Get my own show, the Flow Show, maybe.
Flow Show.
The Flow Show. Let it flow, baby. We always let it flow in the Flow Show.
All right, River. We appreciate you, man. We got the Bruins coming up, so I got to let you go. By calling.
All right, I got you, man. No worries.
Call it anytime, my man.
Absolutely. Good talking with you.
Appreciate you, River. Thank you. River winning 1300, huh?
It's a good hit right there.
Maybe you can give us some luck.
Absolutely. Where's my kickback on that?
I know. Evan is in New Hampshire. Evan. Hey, Evan.
Hello, Joe.
Sorry to keep you on hold.
Oh, it's all right, man. So I just got a couple of questions for you. So, my first one is, what would you say, like, the Patriots' like biggest concern or like biggest worry going into this Chargers playoff game is? Like, what would you say their biggest weakness is?
Well, it's pass rush.
Pass rush, yeah. I was thinking that same thing. If Spillane's back, it might not be the biggest deal because I know Slater's injured, I believe, and Joe Alt is also injured.
They've been out for the year, yeah.
Yeah, so if their pass rush, is slow, it's going to be a long game.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep this short and brief. I got one more thing for you, man.
Oh boy.
So if Myles Garrett in the Browns, say the Browns are a playoff team, would Myles Garrett, with his record-breaking sack season, be in the MVP conversation?
Good question, actually. No.
If the Patriots only scored by field goal this year, would Andy Borregales be in the MVP conversation?
Well, he's definitely the MVP over Loop of the Baltimore Ravens.
Arizona guy.
That's what I heard. Yep. Jake. He's always got some good liners every once in a while, though. You know what I mean?
Speaking of good lines, Joe, I would direct your attention to our Slack channel.
Yeah, you can say that one.
Ole Miss coach Joe Judge. You remember Joe Judge?
Yeah, special teams coach, former Giants head coach. Well, had that bad end of the half play in the college playoff that actually didn't hurt them in the long run.
Yes, well, Joe Judge is currently employed by one Ole Miss. He is the quarterbacks coach down there for Trinidad Chambliss. Ole Miss coach Joe Judge, when asked about how hectic this week has been. Judge, my next door neighbor was Aaron Hernandez. I know this is more chaotic. That's a quote.
What do? You just walk away after that, right?
I mean,
any big pressure in the game? What? Well, I live next to Aaron Hernandez. See you later, bud.
What's the follow-up there? Yeah.
Have a good day, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Imagine asking, hey, Rob Gronkowski, what type of adversity have you ever faced in your life? Well, I used to high-five a murderer, allegedly. Or is it allegedly? If you die, is it allegedly?
You're asking the wrong guy, Joe.
We're not doing that tonight. RJ and Cape Cod. What's up, RJ?
Oh, you guys can't handle pressure? Well, I used to be in a locker room with guns in them, so, yeah. I don't know where I was going with that joke. But anyways, guys, I have the college football playoffs, Joe, and I want to give you my prediction, and then I want to hear what you think. I think – so I was with Miami the first two games, but I think that Ole Miss is going to go up-tempo on them. And I think when Ohio State started to do that, you saw Miami get a little bit tired. And I think Ole Miss might run away with a track meet type of game. And then on the other game, real quick, I know everyone's loving Indiana, Joe, but the way I look at it is they played a tight game at Oregon, and Oregon was -7.5. Now you get them as a 4-point dog on a neutral field. I stone up and go Oregon all day, so want to hear what you think.
Just real quick, is it Oregon or Oregon?
Did I say Oregon? It's Oregon.
Oh, you said Oregon.
Is it Oregon? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oregon. I don't know. Struggling over here, but want to hear what you think about the games.
Well, it's Oregon.
Okay.
But I used to play the Oregon Trail.
And what is that?
Well, never mind. That was a video game that we played on a computer in the 90s. Did you ever play that, Skaz?
Oh, yeah. You
All right,
die of dysentery every once in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
It's great. You get halfway across the country and then dysentery.
I used to sing the song, Low bridge, everybody down. Low bridge, because we're coming to a town. Angelo, never mind. Oh, that's not the song, actually. Oh, the Erie Canal. Is that?
Joe, you lost me.
Hi, Tyler. You're in Plymouth. How's it going?
Oh, hey. Yeah, Joe, I talked to you in the chat.
Oh, you're the guy that was complaining about our long breaks?
Yeah, I was, but I'm past that, okay? I want to talk about Drake May's MVP chances because I think it's ridiculous that Stafford is even considered.
All right, who else would you consider?
Josh Allen, probably. But no, it's May. It's May. Like it is. Like every metric you look at, he's forget the schedule. He didn't. I said this in the chat. Like, he didn't have a hiccup all season long. Every single game was like almost perfect. So what else do you have to look at? Like, what do we need to look at? What else?
Schedule?
That schedule. Yeah, everyone brings up the schedule. The schedule is in front of him. He eviscerated the whole schedule.
How about the quarterbacks the defense played?
The quarterbacks? What?
Yeah. The Patriots defense. They played
against different quarterbacks. We'll find out. We'll find out this Sunday, won't we? Yeah, I guess. Well, the Chargers aren't even a test, so
really?
We won't even find out.
All right, tomato cans. Tomato can. Chargers are no test. We've literally talked to two people who covered the team tonight that literally gave the Chargers a chance. Said John Terranidis thought they were a great matchup for the Pats are a good matchup for him. Anyway.
Well, the Chargers think so too.
Yeah, that's why they tanked. It's disrespect. How much are you watching college basketball this year, Skess?
I mean, I had the Louisville Duke game on in here, but I wasn't glued to it or anything.
I will say it's better. The last year there was no guy to latch on to.
Well, it feels like this year you got Boozer, Peterson, you got DeBonsa. There's some names out there.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have to go to a break because we have the Bruins coming up, so we need to stay on track. And I have a Detroit-style pizza in front of me for those that want to see it. Now, this looks more of like a beach pizza from Tripoli's or Christie's. I don't know if you ever had beach pizza, Joe. It's up on the North Shore, and it looks like they just put a piece of cheese on it, like a Christie's, but the edges, if you can see, they're it's just wonderful cups of pepperoni with little buttered, burnt edges. We got to go to break. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. More Joe Murray.
But I'll keep it short and sweet. How about that? We don't need the music or anything. When do you no longer say Happy New Year? Now, I know how Larry David feels about that. But after I've seen all you guys now, don't say it to me again. And if this has been an ongoing theme when I've been meeting people lately, Happy New Year, and I look at them and go, that's the last time you can say it to me. And they're like, take him back. But that's it. No more. There's got to be a cutoff date. Tonight's the 6th. Tomorrow, don't say it to me. Also, I have a New Year's resolution this year. My New Year's resolution this year is to say no more. That's my New Year's resolution. I'm going to say no. When I do job interviews and people ask me what's the one thing I wish I could do better, I wish I could say no. So there you go. There's my musings for the night. We got our buddy Gabe in West Roxbury on the line. Gabe, keep it clean, bro.
Hey, Joe. Thanks for taking my call late. I didn't know the Bruins were on. I just wanted to wish you a Happy New Year. I think today is like the last day. And if anyone wishes you a Happy New Year's twice, I would kick them out.
Out.
And last thing, and I would never swear, but I just want management to know that you should be headlining the after show for the Patriots going forward, and you're the best show. I love you. Have a great night.
Thank you. Well, I'm a fan of Mark Dondero. We've put time in together this year, and Jeremy as well, who's here. We've put in 23 weeks now. 18 regular season. 3, that's 21, right? Yeah, that's fine. And there's a couple other times in there, I feel. I mean, over 20 weeks in a row, that's a lot. So, maybe we'll be on the grounds this week. Maybe. Can't confirm, can't deny. Could be. A couple of things I wanted to bring up before we get out of here tonight, because, of course, we got the Kraken and the Bruins here on 98.5 The Sports. We'll hand things over to RJ, and beer is coming up in a minute. But Brad Marchand, I thought this was kind of interesting. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. But Brad Marchand said the other team that he was interested in potentially signing with outside of Florida was the Toronto Maple Leafs. Quote, Leafs play the right way now when compared to the past. He adds, it's unfortunate the fans ran Marner out of town. It's a huge impact on their group. He's a point-per-game player, and that hurts. So, Marchand in the end won because he got the long-term deal. He's in a good situation, and now he's beloved, right? Like, just throughout the league. I'm glad he got his money in the NHL, but, man, he would have had a career, and maybe he still will as a commentator. But now he's becoming like a media darling. Him at the Winter Classic talking. Marchand's must watch when he's doing an interview. He's that captivating, says some funny, good stuff. But also, guy just knows the game and knows the league and knows the players. And, I don't want to use the word been humbled, but I mean it as like a guy that was here, tried to make it work, wanted to stay. They traded him to the best place possible. He won a championship. It's a great story, and it adds to his Hall of Fame campaign. But knowing that it was like leaving the Bruins to get traded to Florida to win a championship and potentially signing with the Leafs, woo! For the Bruins fans, that would have been hard to watch. But he would have been the guy that probably helped them get out of the hole, and I wonder if that was something he considered there. So, just thought that was fairly interesting when it came to. When it came to him discussing, where he was going to sign in the offseason. It certainly wasn't Boston, as some people would have thought. A couple of other things. The Bruins play the Kraken tonight. Kraken got a win. So they're on the back-to-back. They host the Bruins again tonight. They just beat Vancouver. Or the Bruins, just beat Vancouver. But Seattle's a good home team, and overall this year, very good. 19-14-7. But when they score 3 goals, they're very good this year. And just a couple of performers. I mean, they obviously have good players, but Morgan Geekie makes his return. He scored 3 goals and 3 assists over the last 10 games, while David Pastrnak